following is intended for immature audiences only.
There's no such thing as a radio rating system.
But if there were, this show would be rated O as in...
Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Good afternoon.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the Crazy Soundboard.
Hola.
I'm Dennis Farina.
So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56, and is that correct? Walk.
You little weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Wednesday. Welcome in. Good, clean boy. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fine. Man, how are you?
We got a jam-packed show today. We're going to talk to people.
2 guests.
Leather jacket time with 10 TV's Nicole Shearin at 3:30. She has brought in a new leather jacket today. Was it red or pink? What was it?
Ooh. Should we tell them? I don't know if we should let the cat out of the bag on what color the leather jacket is.
And then name dropping with Jeff Rimmer. See, we got a young, talented female to start the show. And then a crotchety old goat to end the show. Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer.
We're trying to be an inclusive show here, man.
At 5:30. That's
We're
right.
trying to hit all different demographics.
circle of
Something for
life.
everybody. Good, clean girl and an old...
Dirty man.
An old man.
Old,
dirty, old...
filthy,
man.
dirty. How you doing, Ted?
Doing good, Mike.
Fix the graphic on the podcast yet?
No, I
still
don't.
me and T-Bone
I don't
smiling
think
at
he
you.
did.
I've tried. I can't do any more.
Apparently, it's a lot trickier than just replacing an image. It's something that has to go through
Thanks for
2
typing
weeks
loud,
of
Ted.
back channels.
There he is.
I'm working on it
It's
right now.
off mic loud typing. This is what this show has become.
Well, we don't have somebody in that other chair now, so we don't really get off mic Teddy. We get off mic typing.
Yes.
That's what we get.
It's a new bit.
NFL owners needed 24 votes to ban the Tush Push. They got 22, Timmy. So
Oh, close.
the push lives on. They also did not even vote about playoff reseeding. The Lions were the team that brought this to the competition committee, and then they rescinded.
I think they knew they weren't going to get it, so they just pulled
who cares?
they pulled the
Whatever.
proposal off the table.
So there's no reseeding, and there's no ban of the Tush Push.
I would rather have had the reseeding in the playoffs and keep the Tush Push. I mean, this one got close to being banned. I really wanted to see the seeding happen by how good the teams are. And then I know Mike Tomlin, the head coach of the Steelers, was one of the guys that spoke up and said, I'm a purist. I'm a divisional purist, is what he said.
Well, that's
Still
fine.
thinks that winning the
Ultimately,
division should get you a home game, and
he's not
that's the way
voting.
it's going to stay for right now.
The owners are voting.
Right. And I think Roger Goodell wants this, and that means to me that it's eventually going to happen. If not this year, then possibly by next postseason.
Well, according to the Lions, they were sort of pushed by the league
to put it up
to
there.
even submit this.
Yeah. So that tells you, and I wonder how many, which teams are the ones that are standoffish beyond the Pittsburgh Steelers with Mike Tomlin, but who else doesn't want it this way? 'Cause
Everyone in the NFC South.
everybody there. Yeah. And you can understand why the Lions were a team that was also pushing for this, because the other team in their division was the Minnesota Vikings at 14-3, which is a hell of a good record. And what they have to drop all the way to the 5 or the 6 seed? Well, probably the 5 seed. But either way, that to me is worthy of having a home game. But not yet. We'll have to wait.
Watch a little hockey last night, Timmy.
Oh.
East Finals, Game 1. I am just in complete awe of what the Florida Panthers are able to do. I mean, they take team. The Maple Leafs are a good team, all right? They took this Florida Panthers team to Game 7. They're a good hockey team. And in Games 5 and Game 7, it was like men playing with young, taut boys.
Taut boys.
And then last night, Carolina Hurricanes pride themselves on gritty, tough, sometimes boring hockey, right? The hotbed that is Raleigh. They were ready down there,
it's
Timmy.
a hockey town, over 18,000.
Hey, I'll tell you what, they've won the cup.
They are a good hockey town.
They're a fine hockey town.
Columbus is a good hockey town. And if the Columbus Blue Jackets had a little bit of a taste of the success that the Carolina Hurricanes have had in their time in Raleigh, in the triangle down there, you'd see how much more fired up it is here in Columbus than possibly it is even down there.
But then the Panthers show up, and that's the end of that. Was never really in doubt.
They didn't even drum up a lot of shots, but it was the chances that they did get. They were striking. They were converting. And Bob is just doing Bob things. He had to stand on his head for a little bit. I think it was between the end of the first period and going into a chunk in the second period. I don't think the Panthers had a shot on goal in a 15-minute stretch of play right there, while Bob is doing the job and keeping them in it. Before you know it, what'd they get? A 5-1 lead before that second goal went in near the end of the game? They dusted them on the road. Really, really impressive performance.
What do you think of the old Panthers logo? You know, with the Panthers sort of like clawing at you, jumping at you.
I don't hate it.
I like that logo.
I don't hate it at all.
Much better than what they currently have.
Yeah.
But they won't go back to it because now they've had success with the new Panther, who I think looks like he's smelling a fart.
I'm trying to look
like
at
he's pondering life. He doesn't look menacing or threatening. The other one is jumping out at you.
Yeah, you know what? It does look like a more distinguished cat. You got that side profile of the cat.
I don't like a distinguished cat.
You see no claw. You see no teeth. You barely even get whiskers.
I'm with you.
On this new cat. He's sleek and he's cool, like you said.
Roger Goodell will receive a contract extension from the owners. Are we shocked
How
by
much
this?
money are we paying him these days? $35 million a year, $40 million a year?
That's life, baby.
50?
I bet it's 50 plus. Wow. Look, he makes money for the owners. The owners are who he ultimately works for. That's the misnomer that a lot of people have about commissioners is that, they represent the owners and the players. No, the owners hire the commissioner to represent their best interests.
I was extremely light, and so were you. $63.9 million. Apparently, what Roger Goodell earns in annual salary right now.
I'm sure it's
and it'll
tied
be going up
to revenue.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it is.
So you bring in more revenue, he probably gets that Jelly of the Month Club bonus that pops in.
He certainly does.
It's bigger than you expected.
That it is. That it is indeed, Mike. It just keeps getting bigger and better. And look, every single year, you wonder, how can the NFL possibly grow into a bigger phenomenon than it already is?
Let me help you, buddy, because he also said today, he was talking to CNBC. I was watching Squawk on the Street.
A big squawker,
I'm
aren't you?
a big squawker. I don't know what the hell's going on half the time, but I'm watching.
And you are also a squatter. Little known fact.
Absolutely.
Sometimes Mike
Squatty
just
potty
hangs out in houses.
So Roger Goodell was talking about how it won't be long, less than 5 years, that we will have 16 international games on the schedule.
You see, I actually like that.
I don't
Some
have a
people
problem
push
with
back
that.
on
I
taking
don't push
too many
back.
of our games overseas.
Nope, I don't push back on that at all. You know how I feel about the early morning viewing? If I can get that 9:30 window every single Sunday and have an exclusive game right in there, fantastic.
I'm with you.
Fantastic.
Cup of coffee, cup of joe, little sausage, egg, and cheese, bagel sandwich.
Plus, you know what it does
my team in the morning?
People in our profession, right? Not your laugh here. I'm paid to talk sports. Certainly not snack wraps and farts. I don't talk about that. I'm paid to talk sports. So I can get away with telling my wife, it's not, I'm sorry, I can't brunch with you this morning because
go to church.
There's football. Well, the walls bleed even when I drive past the church. That's not happening, buddy. I can't go. There's football on. It's my job. What are you going to do?
Yeah, this is it. And I need somebody to watch the game with, too. So Samantha's going to stay here with me, and we're going to watch football all morning. I do like this. I was a bit surprised to see that Joe Burrow, I know we'll talk about him a little bit later on, but he really desires to play international games. A lot of players, I was still under the impression that a lot of players had pushback on this, and they were sort of being forced to do this against their will. They don't like the road trip. And I know the field issues have been a concern. Where was it where the Eagles, were they down in Mexico last year? Or was that game in Brazil? I think they played somewhere in...
I think that was 2 years ago. They had to cancel a game in Mexico because of field conditions, didn't
maybe
they?
so, but this was one that was played. And I know Saquon Barkley wound up getting in the end zone, so it must have been Brazil this past year. And yes, the field conditions are a concern. You want to do everything that you can do to make sure that your players are safe. But as far as everything else goes, like Joe Burrow wants to go overseas. Like he wanted to get the Spain game. He thinks that it's kind of cool, and he is all in on growing the game globally. So I thought that was neat to see those comments that he wants to do it. And I think we're already doing so many anyway. You can maybe just make this an every week thing, and you can adjust your schedule accordingly, have it be a little bit more weighted and balanced that way that you're going to have that 9:30 international game.
It's going to be an every week
Sunday
thing, too, when they add international teams. And it will not just be one. It's not going to be, the Jags are moving. It's going to be, hey, we have a whole new division starting. And it'll be teams in the UK. It'll be teams in Germany.
Yeah, now we're really getting there.
You will have 5 international expansion teams. Can you imagine the franchise expansion fees they're going to get out of that?
Ooh, baby. You're going to have...
I'm not exaggerating when I say if you add 5 international teams, that's like $20 billion.
So you'll have London, you'll have Paris, you'll have Madrid. Do we think Edinburgh, Scotland would do it?
No, they'll
Germany.
put 2 teams in London. They'll probably put a team in Spain, and they'll do 2 teams in Germany.
No France?
Start. No, not to start.
What has their international series been like? Have we done France yet for an international game?
No.
I don't feel that they have.
No.
And I wonder why. They must not be getting the research that they want.
No Frenchie.
No likey Frenchie.
No
like American football.
What was I going to say? What is the latest with the Browns situation? Quarterback situation. I'm going to tell you coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 5-minute delay due to a disabled vehicle that's blocking the right lane on eastbound 70 on the east side at 270. And we also have an accident that's causing delay on East Broad Street between Blossomfield Boulevard and Bryce Road. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Get oil changes that are pit stop fast. Take 5 Oil Change gets you in and out in 10 minutes and is teaming up with the movie F1 starring Brad Pitt. Book ahead or drive in and catch all the speed in action only in theaters June 27th. This film is not yet rated. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about $10,000 in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Dealin' days are back at Lindsay Honda. Lock in your deal in May. Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas. Simply pick your new 2025 Honda and enjoy 0% for up to 60 months. Yes, 0% for up to 60 months on all new 2025 Hondas, including HR-V, Pilot, and Ridgeline.
Cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Lindsay's got it, and you're gonna save.
See you, Lindsay Honda, during Dealin' Days. See lindsayhonda.com for details.
The standing room only, with all eyes on the 18th green.
That's a good-looking ball.
The sudden roars. That Sunday celebration.
Jack always made the putt at 18, and today Scotty Scheffler did.
Witness the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday, May 26th through June 1st. It's second to none. Visit memorialtickets.com today.
Wow, what a shot.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week. But not OJ, because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan.
Have you ever told a friend?
Oh, I'm fine.
When you really felt?
Just so overwhelmed.
Or sent a text?
Can't sleep. Are you awake?
When you couldn't find the words to say?
I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts right now.
Then this is your sign to reach out to the 988 Lifeline for 24/7 free confidential support. You don't have to hide how you feel. Text, call, or chat anytime.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
With Amazon Business, smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Don't forget the umbrella today, as rain chances are in the forecast again with isolated thunderstorms. Otherwise, expect cloudy to mostly cloudy skies and temperatures in the low 70s. For tonight, chances of showers and thunderstorms continue. Overnight lows right around 50, and for Thursday, much cooler, only getting into the upper 50s with chances of rain lingering. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Two men who are not allowed to sleep in the same room as their wives. This is Man and Timmy.
All right, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to tristatemenshealth.com. I want you to take the low T quiz that's on their website. It's 10 simple questions, yes or no.
It's fast.
It takes 2 minutes. They're going to tell you if you perhaps have low T by answering yes or no. Do you listen to this show? Yes, low T. They will do your lab work, have your results within 30 minutes. A licensed medical provider will review your results with you and discuss your options, and you will make the decision together with their medical team. This is not all online. You have to go in for this. Your initial visit includes a medical consult, T and PSA test, and is free. This is a limited time offer, so schedule today. 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
Oh, man.
Got a nice dirty look from my wife this morning.
What for?
As I normally... What do you mean, what for? There's a host of things.
Just being yourself?
But I was making the kids breakfast. She's sitting there eating at the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Made her breakfast. Then I start to make her lunch, the lunch packer. And I like to cut up some cucumbers and carrots and stuff.
Oh, nice.
You
get
healthy.
Little veggie snack in there. Does she like a little hummus dip, a little pack of hummus?
She does. Always some roughage. I had a little tzatziki that I bought.
Tzatziki sauce.
At the Costco. So I put some of that in there for her to dip.
Delicious.
But I like to buy the big, long English cucumbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I like those too. They're individually wrapped.
I don't know why.
Why do they get the special...
I don't know.
Vacuum-sealed cellophane wrapping, and then all the other cucumbers, they're just moping out there. They're just moseying out there with nothing.
But... I'm doing stuff, and, Samantha and I have little things that we talk about and we joke about that sometimes Mom doesn't have to be included on. because mom would find the conversation disrespectful or inappropriate or whatever. Just a little daddy-daughter bond that we have. So Samantha, as I'm cutting up the English cucumber, large, long, pretend the cucumber's your wiener like last time.
Last time what? Oh, last time you did this with the cucumber.
Last time I did it with the cucumber. I may have
Samantha's
said,
funny.
Like, what is this?
Yeah.
What does this look like? Hey!
Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy.
And then the look
couple of limes are over there.
Can I tell you something? No, it's wholesome. It's good old-fashioned wholesome fun. All right? What kid doesn't think, an 8-year-old, think that a cucumber as a wiener is funny?
Wiener jokes make the world go round.
I think so.
Honestly.
I think if the world leaders got together and started out with a good fart sound effect and wiener joke,
honestly,
we wouldn't have wars.
Once you're 8, 9 years old, aren't those all of the jokes? Seriously, if you could put your kids up to a lie detector test, you want to see like what they're joking around about when they're on their own in between classes at school or before and after school when the parents aren't around. That's what it's all about.
Deshaun Watson's throwing again. He's at the team facility. He has the walking boot off. He's throwing to Jerry Jeudy and former Reds manager David Bell. He's also there too.
Good to see Dave Bell getting some work in.
And I've had a lot of people say, oh, what does this mean? It means nothing. He is paid. He's on the roster. He's going to continue to rehab at the facility, and he's going to throw balls out there.
Some people actually think
some people
are holding out hope that Deshaun Watson is going to circle the wagons and get back into the mix here.
Hope or just concerned that eventually, because they have no better plan at the quarterback position, they will circle back to Deshaun Watson. I'm going to tell you something.
No, it's not happening.
The Cleveland Browns historically have been very stupid and mismanaged. However, they're not this stupid. Deshaun Watson will never throw a pass for the Cleveland Browns again.
Will he throw a pass in the NFL?
I was just going to say, Deshaun Watson may not ever throw a pass in the NFL again. His career, at least with the Browns and probably total, is over.
I would say it's definitely done with the Browns. The only thing that could happen for Deshaun Watson is if he gets back to a point where he's at least healthy and he can pass the physical, right? Where he's got a full, clean bill of health. He's mobile in the pocket. His legs are healed, and he's got no throwing shoulder issues. I still only think he would ever get in a game as an emergency. Maybe he could be a backup. That's it. Maybe
with another team.
Maybe he would go to a lower level team and possibly win that backup job, but he would only see the field if it was absolutely necessary. That's it. That's the only way. For me, Deshaun Watson is even throwing a pass in the NFL. And with the Browns thing, once you come out and make a comment like that, I'm talking about Jimmy Haslam's comment, which was actually kind of shocking. I mean, we all knew it.
It wasn't shocking.
Well, but I'm saying to hear
blatantly obvious.
To see an owner actually come out there and make a statement and admit something like that, for the Browns to do it, I do think that's a little surprising. But they said it. I don't think there's any coming back from that.
The Cabbage.
It's called Cabbage.
That's right. Also says the Browns will give all 4 quarterbacks a fair chance to win the starting job. That's a nice little fiction that we have going on. That's impossible. It is impossible to give all 4 the same fair chance. There's only so many reps in practice with guys who you trust. There's only so much playing time, and even that playing time is different. The first quarter of a preseason game is completely different than the fourth quarter of a preseason game. The reality is there's no such thing as fair, especially when it comes to quarterback competitions. Right now, Kevin Stefanski, whether he wants to admit it or not, he has an idea who his starting quarterback is going to be. He's going to pretend like he does it, just like Ryan Day right now has an idea of who his starting quarterback is going to be. And he can go through the motions and say, I don't know, and they have to earn it, and all this other stuff. Kevin Stefanski knows who his quarterback is week 1. He knows. And so now he's going to put together this little song and dance to either prove himself right or pretend like he's not wrong.
I don't even think it's going to be bending towards Tiny Hands Kenny Pickett. like Mary Kay Cabot is pointing out in her report, that he's going to take some initial first-team reps at OTAs and the mandatory minicamp, and it seems like it's his job to try to keep for now. You got a veteran there in that locker room that knows your system, that is comfortable with the offense, that has already had some good games and put some good things on film. Yeah, he's getting a little bit older, but it's a guy that's won a Super Bowl and he's done some things for you. I have a hard time, if they're going to go with one of the veterans, not seeing that it's Joe Flacco, at least to start. And right now, Dylan Gabriel having the upper hand on a Shedeur Sanders for one of the younger options.
What does that mean, though?
I don't know what it means.
What does that mean? He's got the upper hand. Why? Because Tony Grossi saw it and he told us?
It doesn't mean much of anything because both these guys are mid-round picks, and I'm not really expecting either of these guys to be the long-term answer for the Cleveland Browns.
I don't think they're the long-term answer.
I don't think any of the four are going to be here 4 years from now quarterbacking for the Browns.
No.
Hopefully it's not even 2 years.
They may not make it for the whole season. You kidding?
Could it be an entirely different quarterback room next year?
Week 1, it's either going to be Kenny Pickett or Joe Flacco. I know there's this logic out there that, you're going nowhere, start a young guy. They're not going to do that. Maybe they should. They're not going to. A veteran NFL head coach is not going to go up to his veterans in that locker room and say, I'm giving up on the season week 1. Good luck. He's going to put some sort of positive spin on Kenny Pickett or Joe Flacco to pacify the veterans in that room.
Mm-hmm. Until it goes wildly bad.
It's either wildly
and
bad,
then you start playing the better
they hurt themselves
to see what they have.
Right? Somebody gets injured.
Yeah.
And then you're right. Then eventually you will see either Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel, perhaps both, start games for you this year.
Yeah. The interesting choice to me would be if it's Flacco and they go to the other veteran first. That would be the interesting choice for me. If you get to week 6 or 7 and Joe Flacco has already got 20 interceptions or whatever it is, and you've lost more games than you've won, he's
got 20 interceptions in week 6?
he has fun.
Jesus.
He likes to have fun out there,
Come
Mike.
on now.
We've seen some 4 interception games from Joe Flacco. He might have, 17 touchdown passes, but 18 or 19 picks. I'm just painting a scenario. If it goes wildly bad, would they actually go with Kenny Pickett instead of making that move to one of the rookies first?
Coming up next in 2 minutes, it's leather jacket time with 10 TV's Nicole Shearin. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch out for an accident that's on the right shoulder of southbound 270 on the west outer belt after Tuttle Crossing Boulevard. And there's slower traffic on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Put-in-Bay Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau. A slice of paradise on Lake Erie. For any getaway or retreat, Put-in-Bay awaits with dining, Crystal Cave, Heinemann Winery, and Perry's Memorial. Start planning at visitputinbay.com. Put-in-Bay, an everyday island getaway. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to partner with 10 TV and The Fan to launch Raise the Roof, honoring local heroes. This week's honoree is Natalie Lorenz from Delaware. Natalie is a fire dispatcher who coordinates resources during major incidents and provides instructions to callers before the fire department arrives, going above and beyond the call of duty. Her professionalism, compassion, and strength make her an invaluable asset to her workplace and community. Natalie is a true unsung hero who deserves to be recognized.
We've discovered the perfect morning ritual, the 2 for $6 breakfast sandwich deal at Tim Hortons. Every sandwich is made to order with a freshly cracked egg and melty cheese, just the way breakfast should be. Choose between savory sausage or hickory smoked bacon, served on a toasted English muffin or flaky biscuit. There's no wrong way to mix and match this tasty deal. 2 breakfast sandwiches, just $6. Perfect. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, single item at regular menu price. Modifications and tax extra. Exclusions and additional terms apply.
Guys, don't waste your time and money with low-quality online TRT that charges you over $100 just to start. Visit our TRT experts at Low T Center today for a free consultation and free test. Treatment is personalized to your body, and most major insurance is accepted. With the freedom to choose if you want in-center care or at-home treatment, you're in control of your health. Looking to lose weight? Get a free B12 shot when you start prescription treatment. Offer is limited, so book now at fixmylowt.com. fixmylowt.com.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Oh, look out. sexy. It's leather jacket time with 10 TV's Nicole Shearin.
Look who's here. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see her. Not just hear her tones. You can see that she's got her sunglasses on and red leather today.
That is a nice jacket, Nicole. Well
Thank you,
done.
Tim.
Well
Thank
done.
you. Listen, every week I'm going to slowly pull out all the stops, all my leather jackets.
See, now when you're on 10 TV, will you possibly pair that with red leather pants, or is that a bridge too far?
So here's my problem. The red leather pants that I own are not the same shade of red. So it wouldn't look good.
Well, that's amateur hour. You
But
can't
for the
have that.
national championship, I was all red. Fit head to toe, even red boots.
What about a full, leather jumpsuit?
I would totally wear that.
Have you
I
ever
love
seen
a jumpsuit.
Eddie Murphy Delirious?
No.
Way before you were born.
I was about to say.
But he does the entire stand-up routine in a red leather jumpsuit.
She would have to have a belt that kind of mixes it up, like a gray belt.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
No, a black belt.
Black belt.
I think black would look better.
Mixed in with the
or
jumpsuit.
like a silver.
Silver would be nice.
I'm picturing it right now.
With like a
I'll do some Googling.
platinum buckle.
Yeah, if anyone listening has a good link to that, please send it my way.
Now, we take this segment seriously. We were on a text chain together last night. What did you name our text chain, by the way?
Leather Jacket Losers.
Okay.
Perfect. That's perfect.
And you were very
That's what it
upset,
is.
Nicole, that our text chain was ruined because you and I are blue text people. We've got the Apple
blue
products.
chewy die, baby.
Tired of this.
And then we got Samsung boy over
dude.
here.
Come on.
Who ruins the entire thing.
The green, it makes my eyes bleed, Tim.
Come on.
It's awful.
Get over yourselves
No.
with your iPhones. You guys have been pretending like you're better than us for years.
I can't
We
see the
are
bubbles
better.
when you type. I don't like it.
I hate it.
Well,
I
can see your bubbles.
You can see a bubble?
My Google Messages app tells me everything that
Google
you're doing.
Messages app?
Yeah, that's right.
What are you, 90? What are Google Messages app?
Works for me. It's perfect.
You message on
And
Google?
you know what? There's no judgment about it either.
Well, I'm judging
Judgment
you.
free. Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. You need to get over this. I made the switch. I'm trying to pave my own trail, and the Samsung's been great. My phone flips. It flips. Yours doesn't do
Loser.
that. That's
No.
cool. I'm like Andrew Luck, only I get
Can
a
I tell you something?
smartphone too.
If the chick in the red leather coat tells you you're a loser, you're a loser. Memorial's
Thank you.
coming up next week. Have you done Memorial before?
I have never done the memorial. I've been to Muirfield. My first time was for Media Day a couple weeks ago.
Okay, so but
I
it was,
seen
it
you
was,
out there.
It was raining
Yeah.
cats and dogs and stuff. This is your
It was.
first tournament experience. Are you
Yes.
excited?
Oh, I'm so excited. I mean, there's nothing better than being at a golf course. Hopefully it's going to be nice weather. I already tried a milkshake for the first time at Media Days. I'm pumped.
Oh, what did you have for the milkshake flavor?
So I went with Scotty's flavor, which is cookies and cream, Oreo. But
That's
I
great.
wanted
That's
to try
great.
the Buckeye flavor. I really did.
You know what? It's okay. You'll get another opportunity. You'll get the Buckeye. Everybody has the Buckeye. Pick one of your favorite flavors. That's what's great about that.
I love cookies and cream.
The other piece of info I'll give you is you can tell them any milkshake.
Yeah,
I
didn't
mean,
you get
any
Heath
milkshake,
bar?
and they will make it. Heath is also somewhat simplistic because that's one of the ones that's on their sheet. But they'll
Basic.
make you absolutely
I
any
call
milkshake.
BS on that.
They will.
So I walk in there and say, I want a kiwi milkshake.
They'll do it.
They're going to make me a kiwi.
That they'll actually do. They won't make you
Well,
a human flesh milkshake. They'll get you a kiwi one because I'm
What
sure they got
about-
that back there.
What about a lemon meringue graham cracker crust
They'll do
milkshake?
it. They'll do it.
I know.
Might
There's
not
got to
be-
be limits.
doubt
Might
it.
not be graham cracker crust, but they'll
No,
have the
I
lemon.
want the
they'll have
graham
the
cracker
graham.
crust.
They'll make it to taste.
All right, here's what we do on this show. We jump from one thing to the next.
I love
because
that.
You just talked about desserts. Now I got to ask you.
Okay.
Favorite dessert of all time? You're sitting down.
Oh my gosh.
No judgment. Okay, you're at home in your soft clothes. Somebody just gives you a plate
My
of your.
soft clothes.
That's a
That's a
sweatpants. That's what
weird-
we call them.
No, it's sweatpants.
A
Comfortable.
sweatsuit.
Yeah.
You've got an adjustable waist. You don't have to worry about being out someplace,
Yes.
sitting at a
Elastic
table.
Yes,
waistband.
love that.
Yeah.
Calories do not count.
Okay.
What is the Nicole Shearin go-to dessert?
Okay, can I have two answers? If I'm making it myself, it's just a basic fresh hot chocolate chip cookie with ice cream. But if I'm getting it from a restaurant, I have the exact place. Butcher and Rose butter cake. That is actually
Bougie.
incredible.
Ooh.
Bougie, but incredible. Y'all got to try it if you haven't.
Butter cake.
So good.
Well, you're talking about cakes. Now you got me thinking about just a delicious nothing bunt cake, that red
Those
velvet.
are good. With the cream cheese,
My God. Either
icing.
the confetti or the red velvet with the cream cheese icing.
And the little
That is
chocolate
banging.
chips in it. Fire.
You know what my hot take was on nothing bunt cakes?
What?
This will be closed in 2 weeks.
And
when they first started putting up the sign, when I first saw it, I'm like,
that is
what a-
aged like fine wine,
what
my
a
guy.
stupid place this
You
is.
thought the name was stupid,
I
didn't
thought
you?
it was dumb.
Yeah,
just
this
to
is
have a
never
place
gonna
that
work.
just sells bunt cakes. How stupid is this? And then I went in and tasted one, and it's like a little cloud of heaven.
Oh, they got it working.
Have y'all
they,
had-
they got all the different sizes, too.
Have y'all
They
had
got a
the
little
mini
cupcake
ones?
size.
I love those.
they're
I
adorable.
eat the whole thing. There's not even a
Mark
bite.
your calendars. February 10th is my birthday. That's what I want for my
Okay.
birthday.
Yeah, there's not really a birthday that is in my family circle where nothing bunt cakes are not involved.
So good.
Yeah.
You know who shares birthday with me?
Bob Hope.
Better.
Who?
Hi.
Jack.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Nicole, you're going to be out of my tournament next week. Yeah.
What is that?
How did I know that?
I want to let you know.
How did you know that?
We don't have a women's clubhouse, though. You got to go in the service. You got to go in the service entrance.
Jeez. They actually do have the mixed grill there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want to tell that story?
So I would like to add to that story. I did some research. They actually do have a women's locker room. It's just not where the men's clubhouse is. I mean, the clubhouse is. It's not where the OG clubhouse is. It's in a different location, apparently.
Because you tried to enter
I did.
a specific area, and they said,
Yes.
excuse me, ma'am, you don't have a dong. You must go this
He
way.
said, what are you doing?
Yes, I tried. And listen, like, I get it. Yeah, we've played by the rules, like, for sure. I was trying to go into the entry because the one and only Adam King was standing behind the door with my camera equipment.
He also can't go in the men's room. They don't. There's actually a photo of him with an X through it. Do not let Adam King in here.
But I was walking in and the lovely guy at the, I love you drive up. It's like valet status. Super
Absolutely.
nice. I love that.
They do a great job.
They go, do you have clubs? And I said, oh, no, just my camera equipment. And so we go and I'm walking and he goes, oh, no, ma'am, you can't go in that way. I said, oh, okay. That's fine. Where do I go in? And he was like, oh, well, that's the men's locker room. You have to go like all the way around. And I said, oh, okay. Like, cool. Yeah. But then Adam was like, well, what are we going to do during the tournament? Because a lot of things happen in here. Like, am I not going to be allowed in there?
There are a lot of women who cover the tournament. You'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. Girlies stick together.
They will take care of you. You and Kellyanne Stitz will be together.
Yeah, it's great.
Hanging out.
Or I can just like wear a wig and like go undercover type thing and just be a guy for the week.
Like
what
the
kind
Amanda
of
Bynes
hairstyle
movie.
would you have? Yeah, like the soccer.
I'm kind of
soccer movie you're talking about. Ladybugs.
No, Ladybugs was Jonathan Brandis.
that's not Amanda
No,
Bynes.
she's the man. She's the man.
She's the man is Amanda Bynes.
Great movie.
All right, let's jump around a little bit more. Have you seen a picture of Amanda Bynes recently?
No.
Bad? How bad?
What happened?
Let me tell you, people. I say this without any judgment whatsoever, but I say
You're judging.
No. Listen here. Looky here. Mental health, it's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Please do not neglect it. Please seek treatment.
Oh, yes.
And listen to people
Yeah.
who care about you, because she is a cautionary tale. Also, if you decide it's a great idea to put my 8-year-old on TV, think again. Never seems to work out.
Yeah, she was back in was it All That? Was that the show that she was on?
I think
the
so.
Nickelodeon.
Oh, yeah, the
sketch
Nickelodeon show.
I mean, that was a hit when I was coming up, and Keenan and Kel, they were the big stars on that. Keenan Thompson worked out for him, but yeah, for a lot of the kid actors, goes
Not
another.
What happened to Kel though?
Is another route. Kel, no good. Kel was very jealous, right?
Do we know if Kel's no good?
I think Kel was very bitter and very jealous with how the success found Keenan. And I think maybe they had a falling out somewhere along the lines. Whenever they did Good Burger, it veered. It veered off of that. Keenan got hot and became famous and a longtime cast member for SNL, and not so much with Kel. He still loves orange soda, though.
About one of the only times I did stand-up comedy.
You did stand-up comedy?
I thought I was going to be a stand-up comedian.
Oh, yeah. Think again, my guy. I don't know about all that.
Well, considering I'm 45 now and I've been here for 22 years, then yes, it's probably past.
Wouldn't it be great to see that tape, Nicole?
I would. I'd love to be a fly on the wall for that.
But I had an evening at a club in Chicago.
Okay.
And Keenan and Kel were in attendance during my set.
To come watch you?
No, not to come watch me. They were just there.
Okay.
And then I went backstage and they told me I did a good job.
They did?
They were being nice.
I don't know. It could have been like a Make-A-Wish situation where it's like, oh, look at this guy. Hey,
I don't
great
care.
job, little buddy.
I don't care. That's still pretty cool.
That's still pretty sick.
Keenan
I'll give it to
Thompson
you.
and Kel gave you a little, hey, good set.
Why are we just now hearing this for the first time?
Yeah, I've said it before.
I guess I just
not
tuned it
to you.
out. Okay.
I probably tuned that one out.
You're
Yeah.
relatively new.
New. I've been here for a year.
You need to up your sunglasses game, too.
Wow.
How many pairs of sunglasses
A
do you
lot.
have?
If you know my mom, shout out to Cindy Shearin. She has a great sunglasses collection. And I'm taking after her.
That's not the same. That's not the same pair that you wore last week, right?
Yeah. Listen, I'm slowly upping the game. I don't want to just like, but bam, like all at once. You know, I'm like slowly like building. My status.
I mean, I can't see you now, but I thought that was a different pair.
Yeah, it is a different pair. But listen, I'll get to your level.
Segment's over. We're out of time. We're out of time.
It's done.
It's done.
Look how quickly that went.
It's done. It's over.
And you know what we accomplished?
Are you serious?
Nothing.
Nothing. But that's the point.
Nothing.
Week 3, we'll get to something.
No, we will not. It will also be nothing.
Nothing.
It's a segment about nothing. Nicole, you doing news tonight?
Absolutely.
What news?
What else do you think I'm here for?
Sometimes you're off camera.
What time's you going to be on?
I will be anchoring the 6 and 11 tonight. I'm also on at 4 doing a hit about the memorial.
Okay, signal time.
Signal. What are we doing
Signals at
tonight,
4.
boys? What are we doing?
You know how to scrunch up your nose like Bewitched?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My dad always says that I do that and I'm going to get wrinkles because I'm very expressive with my face.
You won't. It's just a one-time
I'm like,
thing.
What? I'm like, very.
How about this? Say the C word. Just go.
Yeah, you want me to get fired?
I'm just saying, that'll be the signal. That's the signal.
You mean clean girl? That one?
Throw in a clean girl.
If you could work in good, clean girl to the report, that'd be phenomenal. It'd be amazing.
You know what? I know people have done this before, but one time I want y'all to give me a list of realistic words that I could try to throw into my sports
Good, clean
blog.
girl. If you drop that in today, I will give you a pair of my sunglasses.
Can I pick the pair?
You can pick the pair. Wow. But you have to throw in good, clean girl.
That's a sweet deal.
Can I just say GCG?
Nope, not at all. Good, clean girl.
That's a second use.
Who's anchoring with you? Who's
It's
on the
just
desk?
me.
No, who's on the news desk?
Yolanda.
Look at Yolanda straight in the face and say, Yolanda, you're a good, clean girl.
She will not know what to do with that.
I love it. Kick it back to her and say it.
She is 10 TV's Nicole Shearin. Talk about Yoko Ono coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some delay due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of westbound 33 before 270 on the east outer belt. And things are a little slow on eastbound 270 on the north outer belt between 315 and 71. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. Secure your building's future with R&R Foundation Specialist. From sinking foundations, leaning walls, waterproofing, and more. Now serving Columbus, Ohio. Get a no-obligation estimate at rrfoundationspecialist.com. That's rrfoundationspecialist.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
It always seems to happen at the worst time. You're finally in bed after a long, hard day, and then you hear it. You sit up, heart sinking. Is that coming from the ceiling? All of a sudden, it's a middle of the night flashlight hunt to find the leak. But don't worry, Newman Roofing has you covered, literally. With more than 3 decades in the business, we've seen just about everything a storm can throw at a roof. Our teams know how to spot the problem, explain your options, and fix it right the first time, with craftsmanship and care you can feel good about. We're not just here for a quick patch job, and we never will be. We're here to make sure your home stays protected season after season. So when it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, choose the company you can trust, Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up.
Going up.
But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button.
Going down.
We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Hey, it's Timmy Hall for Central Ohio's most trusted and experienced group of orthopedic experts, Orthopedic One. They helped me with my hip pain, and I trust they can help you as well, because Orthopedic One is where you go to get better. Find a physician or location at www.orthopedic1.com.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Common Man and Bob Capace here for Worthington Jewelers. Bob, you know what I love the most about you?
That I pay you to do these commercials?
That and the way you treat your customers.
All right, listen. I will hook you up in our warm, inviting environment. You will be greeted by our top sales professionals that are non-commissioned, but will help guide you through the entire process.
You're my guy, Bob. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com. Tell them Bob Capace sent you.
There's a new way to surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and Market District. Shop Giant Eagle's uncompromising quality at a reliable price with everyday savings. Look for signs throughout the store to find bargains on produce, meat, and more. Visit Giant Eagle to see how easy it is to save.
The Fan has been ranked as the second best sports station in America by our industry peers. Our heartfelt thank you is in order. But we're not doing it because we're better than that hillbilly Birmingham station that came in first. Thanks for nothing.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks, and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
This Memorial Day, honor the season with big savings at Ohio Mulch. For a limited time, get 5 bags of mulch or soil for just $10.95. Perfect for making your yard look the best for summer gatherings. And here's a Star-Spangled bonus. Save $40 on home delivery when you order now. Celebrate Memorial Day and beautify your home with help from Ohio Mulch. Visit ohiomulch.com or stop by your local store today.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, cleaner, greener, better.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Common Man's wife would rather bang her head up against a wall instead of listening to this show. Timmy's wife is banging the milkman. This is Man and Timmy.
Hey, Timmy.
Hey, man.
You're familiar with the Yoko Ono, right?
Yeah, Yoko Ono.
John Lennon
and Yoko
wife,
Ono.
And, you know, she had to be at a certain point all involved in the Beatles business. She was recovering from a car accident. She needed bed rest. So what John Lennon did was get a bed put in the studio so that she could rest in the bed while the Beatles were doing their thing, because she had to be around, had to supervise. I'm telling you, Jordan Hudson, Yoko Ono, same person.
Jordan and Yoko, their stories do sound a little bit similar.
Bill
right?
Belichick.
What is going on now? With this?
I'm so baffled by this.
What is going on with what Bill just said? With what he just went out and clarified about the copying her on all UNC-related emails. He tried to pass it off as if he was getting inundated with so many emails. He didn't really mean to have her copied on all football affairs, but anything that wasn't related to football or people that just wanted to get a comment from Bill about something regarding the book, then he wanted her to see that so she knew when she could step in and take over.
So the latest thing that I saw from the rag, the New York Times, what sources do they have? I have no idea. They report that one of the reasons why Hard Knocks, remember, Hard Knocks was going to do North Carolina football with Bill Belichick. And their justification was, well, we're going to run like a professional type of team, so let's have North Carolina. Let's have the cameras in here and show them how the sausage is made.
Why not?
Right?
You got Bill Belichick.
According to the New York Times, Jordan Hudson demanded she be granted consent approval and partial ownership of the show and be, of course, heavily involved in the project. Now, it could be this is all just a big lie. This girl is misunderstood. Everybody's out to get her because they find the relationship creepy, and so they have to make a villain out of her. There is a possibility that is true. But to me, this is coming from too many different angles. This isn't some message board person saying, I heard this from a friend of mine who sleeps with my cousin.
No.
This is the New York Times saying she wanted ownership of Hard Knocks, partial ownership, and then, of course, they told her to pound sand, we're not going to do it.
What do you think they're going to tell her, right? And, man, we've been getting updates on this story every single day. No, like it's not fabricated at this point. This is a real issue. This is a real concern. We've had people out there reporting that there's folks inside the North Carolina athletics department and inside their football program that are getting cold feet about this every day that passes. And now, and again, who's to say whether having Hard Knocks be involved with your offseason, doing a little show, is actually going to be a positive experience? You know, who's to say?
Nobody wants it. Nobody
not
wants
sure.
it.
But it is a lot of exposure. And you are North Carolina football. So I think when you land a guy like Bill Belichick in the first place, you are looking to make a little bit of a splash. You tried that. You brought Mac Brown back after his days at Texas were done. He started at North Carolina, went out, became more of a college football legend at Texas than he was at North Carolina before. You won some games with him, but you kind of plateaued. He's done. Now you have this chance to have Bill Belichick coach you, and now it's just being blown up by his off-field relationship. It kind of stinks for them, but that's where we are.
Like Bill Belichick is coaching you. Look, I understand they sold out of their allotment of season tickets, all 20,000 of them, so there are idiots who are very excited, I guess, enough to buy tickets. But if you're a North Carolina football fan, and you truly are concerned with the future of the product. You just had one geezer head coach in Mac Brown out the door, right? Who, yes, has won a national championship, but you got him past his prime. He's a geezer. I want a new, young, hot, up-and-coming whippersnapper.
And let's get 73-year-old Bill Belichick, right?
And they say, oh, well, look at the history here. He's the greatest coach of all time. He's the greatest professional coach of all time. He's never done this before.
That's the answer to your question, though. That's where it ends. That's where it begins, and that's where it ends. And I understand at a place like North Carolina why that's going to drum up some excitement, because what else have we had? And you make a good point about just having Mac Brown. I'll throw another program out at you that's famous for their basketball, not so much for their football, and that's what my Jayhawks had tried to do. They tried to run Charlie Weiss out there, who maybe didn't have the head coach Super Bowl rings, but he was a part of a lot of those Super Bowls, and he was a part of some very successful NFL coaching staffs. He tries that out in college football. You're thinking, oh, I mean, this guy, he was around some of the top minds in the game. He's a brilliant mind himself. How could this not work? Well, watch and you'll see. And then they tried it again with Les Miles, who was getting crazier and crazier and crazier by the year. That. And they brought Les Miles in, and how did that work? That was a huge disaster as well. So we're kind of painting the picture here, and it doesn't take away what Bill Belichick did. He's the greatest football coach in the history of the NFL. But this seems like it is heading for an unmitigated disaster if they go through with it.
I also heard, because Belichick had this other young girlfriend who's in her 50s, who's like a Hamptons socialite lady.
50s? God, that's ancient.
Well, according to Jordan Hudson, yes.
What are we doing
But
here?
apparently Jordan and the old girlfriend had a little public spat.
Oh, yeah,
in the Hamptons. This has got, my wife would watch the hell out of this on Bravo.
That's TLC right there.
No.
Bravo?
We got women, high society women slapping each other.
That's
having cat fights. That's
too good
that's
for
Teresa Giudice throwing tables over.
That's too good for TLC.
That's who that is. Ryan Day is the most football-y football coach ever. I will tell you why coming up next. Colin Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 10-minute slowdown on eastbound 70 on the east side between Livingston Avenue and 270. And watch for some delay due to an accident that's on East Broad Street from Blossom Field Boulevard to Bryce Road. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus special rates on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card from BMI Federal Credit Union. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Get ready to commemorate Memorial Day and enjoy great savings on everything you need with Buy 5, Save 5 deals at Meijer. Buy 5 or more and save $5 or more when you mix or match hundreds of items like Kraft shredded or chunk cheese, Meijer essential paper towels, and 24 packs of select Coca-Cola and Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable. The Buy 5, Save 5 deals at Meijer. That's the good life. A good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward here, and tell me if this sounds familiar. Over the weekend, you went into your closet trying on shorts from last year. They were all too tight, so you searched deeper in the closet, looking through shorts you stashed away from thinner years. Maybe a big pair had gotten lost in the mix. No luck. Well, I'm here to tell you, don't buy bigger shorts. Instead, do what I did and fit into the ones from last year in just a few weeks with Awaken 180 weight loss. Heck, you'll be wearing your thin shorts again just a few weeks after that. How do I know? Because I'm still wearing my thin Austin shorts again this summer. I've kept my 50 pounds off thanks to Awaken 180's free maintenance support for life. Say it with me. I won't buy bigger shorts. Make that pledge, then call Awaken 180 and make the most out of this summer and every summer after. Awaken 180, your long-term solution for weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or head online at awaken180weightloss.com. You won't regret it.
It's not a bird or a plane. It's Mega May discounts at Coughlin Ford. Take over $5,500 off MSRP on a new 24 Ford Escape. Employee price $28,000. Or take over $7,000 off MSRP on new 25 F-150s and 24 F-250s. Visit CoughlinFord.com.
Coughlin has the car for you.
All factory rebates to the dealer. All prior sales excluded. In-stock units only. Must finance through Ford Motor Credit. Not all will qualify. No security deposit required. Residency restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. N6225.
Looking to buy a home? With a 5-1 adjustable rate mortgage from CME Federal Credit Union, you can lock in a low rate starting as low as 5.5% for the first 5 years. Visit CMEFCU.org today to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
If your garage door is so ugly that Google Street View blurred it out, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors. Straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Hey guys, don't waste time and money with low-quality online TRT that charges you over $100 just to start. Visit the TRT experts today at Low T Center for a free consultation and free test. The treatment is personalized to your body, and most major insurance is accepted. And you'll get the freedom to choose if you want in-center care or at-home treatment. Looking to lose weight? Get a free B12 shot when you start prescription treatment. The offer is limited, so book now at FixMyLowT.com. That's FixMyLowT.com.
Introducing Ice Cream Quakes from UDF. Big chunks of your favorite candies and cookies blended with real hand-dipped UDF ice cream. We'll say that again. Real hand-dipped UDF ice cream. Pick your flavor, pick your mix-ins, or try one of our featured recipes. And get an ice cream quake made the way you want. Real creamy, real chunky, real. Ice Cream Quakes. New from United Dairy Farmers.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Hey, it's Anthony. You know what the slogan is at the Good Feet store? Good feet, good life. Friends have asked me, how are my personally fit arch supports different from the inserts and insoles they can buy online or in department stores? There are big differences. My Good Feet arch supports are designed to provide me firm yet flexible function. What does that do? They actually help correct poor foot biomechanics, which leads to providing me long-term pain relief. I was also the guy who thought, well, if I buy good shoes, my feet won't hurt. It wasn't a bad thought. A lot of people think shoes are always the problem, when in reality, it's often the foot that goes into the shoe that's the real source of discomfort. When I got my personally fit Good Feet arch supports, my feet felt stabilized. The pain and discomfort went away. For more than 30 years, the Good Feet store has helped thousands of people, just like me, discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. They're on Stringtown Road in Grove City or Polaris Parkway. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. In baseball, after the Reds took the series opener from the Pirates on Monday, they dropped the last two games in the series and only put one run across the plate in the two games, losing today 3-1. They're off tomorrow, getting ready for a weekend home series with the Chicago Cubs. The Guardians had a late rally in the ninth to tie things up with the Twins, and then Cody Clemens walked it off from Minnesota in the bottom of the inning to give Monday night's game a final of 6-5. They're just now getting things started in today's regularly scheduled game. The Tush Push lives on after NFL teams held a league meeting to vote on potentially banning the play. However, it did not receive enough votes, losing by a tally of 22-10. 24 votes were needed to ban the play. And the Eastern Conference Finals begins tonight in the NBA with the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers. This one's sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. It's great to have goals. It's even better to have experts to help you attain those goals. Experts in weight loss. Awaken180weightloss.com.
There's a greater than 0% chance Common Man gets fired before this show is over. You're listening to Man and Timmy.
I saw something here just earlier today. It tells us, well, maybe explains why we are idiots, because just look at the country that we're in. So the National Spelling Bee is on the horizon. Did you know this? The Scripps Cup is going to be preliminaries on Tuesday.
It's cutthroat, baby.
Oh, it's fierce competition.
It's cutthroat.
You can watch all the action on Ion. You ever watch Ion?
They have WNBA games on Ion.
So, yes.
I've flipped it on.
Yeah, you put that on. What else is on Ion other than WNBA and the Spelling Bee?
I want to
good
say
programming?
Quantum Leap. I don't think it is, but doesn't it sound like it would be?
Quantum Leap would be
Bakula.
on. Scott Bakula here. So in honor of the Spelling Bee coming up, so a new analysis of online search data, a new analysis has popped up. This research was conducted by Word Unscrambler, and it's giving us the top 10 most misspelled words in America based on search engines and things associated with phrases like
mine is.
How do you spell and how to spell blank.
I have never successfully, and don't even try and teach me because I don't even care at this point. I have never successfully learned how to spell the word restaurant. Is restaurant anywhere in the top 10?
Well, looky here. Restaurant rounds out the top 10.
That's right, boy.
Congratulations. You are an idiot. No, that one I can understand. The AU. The one that I've actually struggled with is our good, clean boy update anchor, Rhyme. I've always struggled with Rhyme, where the H and where the Y is.
Y-M-E.
Yeah, R-H-Y. I've never really... Is there like a trick or a thing that you say to help you spell that one? You just know. You just got to know.
No, spelling is memorization. That's what it is.
So here's the top 10. Number 1 is definitely. Definitely.
I could see that.
Spell it for me real quick.
D-E-F-I-N. I-T-L-Y? That's not
No.
right. See? There you go.
Oh, man.
There you go. There's your answer.
You forgot the E before that.
Okay, it's almost like it's a tough word to spell. It's number one in America with misspelling.
It's tough for us Americans. Number 2, separate.
Separate's easy.
A separate knob.
S-E-P-E-R-E-T-E.
No!
No?
S-E-P-A.
See?
Oh, my God.
Look.
All right, this is one.
I didn't go to college.
This is one that I'm pretty good at spelling this. These are relatively easy words to spell, even though they're in the top 10 most
give me the word.
misspelled.
Come on, I'm spelling.
Necessary. What is necessary? Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine? No.
Can I
do?
Can I spell the damn word?
Sorry.
Necessare.
E?
Why? I'm sorry. Why? No, why? I meant why.
Okay. Yes. Necessary.
I misspoke.
He misspoke. I'll give you
right?
that. That's correct.
Okay.
Good job. Good job. Number 4. Believe.
Do you believe in life after love? B-E-L-I-E-V-E.
Yes. Correct. Number 5 most misspelled word in America. Through. I'm going to drive right through that wall.
T-H-R-U or R-O-U-G-H.
All right, we'll give him that one. A little slip up.
No, can I tell you something?
What's the ruling at the spelling bee if you actually get the letter out and you quickly try to pull back?
Can I tell you something?
I think it's fine until he completes it.
I'm dyslexic. Give me an opportunity to correct myself.
He got it. We'll give you that
It's
one.
like I'm with my father here. Well, you're missing that up for. Let's go. Nothing wrong with you. Dyslexia is not even real.
Turn the frog's gay. Come on. Number 6.
My dad is educational Alex Jones.
Just
learning disabilities aren't real.
Your dad loved to scream at you, right? Just screamed the correct right into you. Number 6 is gorgeous.
Oh, no.
You look gorgeous with that golden chain.
G-O-R-G-E-O-U-S?
Yeah. That is correct. That is correct. Number 7, neighbor. Won't you be my neighbor?
N-E-I-G-H-B-O-R.
Yes. Number 8, business. I choose business ethics.
B-U-S-I-N-E-S-S.
Yes, he's got his business socks on.
Getting
He's
hot
spelling
now, Teddy.
these words.
Getting hot.
He is on fire. Number 9, favorite. As in, you are my favorite man.
F-A-V-O-R-I-T-E.
Yeah. And let's
T-Bone and Tyvis is my favorite show on The Fan.
And
why are you buzzing me? It's not a lie detector, Teddy. We could wheel that out later.
Number 10. I want you to spell it again because you said you struggle. Yeah, restaurant.
Oh,
give me restaurant.
I can't.
Come on. You're thinking about it. Get it right.
R-E-S-T-E-R.
No. You don't get a chance at that one. You already you went 2 letters past.
Okay.
You don't get a chance at that
Are we
one.
done with this stupid thing now?
Yeah, it's R-E-S-T-A-U-R-A-N-T. Restaurant.
I've actually had my 8-year-old daughter come up and say, Daddy, remember it like this. Shut up. You remember.
That's good.
Remember how to run fast when I chase you.
That's good. I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Jack yesterday was honored.
My boy Jack.
He's a good, clean boy. He was honored at the school yesterday, magna cum laude. That's right. That's Latin.
They have that stuff for junior high?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Man, they'll do anything now, Teddy. Back in the day, you had to go to college to get something like that. Magna cum laude. Now you get it when you leave 8th grade.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yep. That's
well, good for him for being cum or whatever the hell that is.
3.9 GPA.
How do you spell that?
I'm not going to spell that.
How you spell it? How you spell the cum?
I think you know. I think you know damn well how it's spelled.
That's right, boy.
I can't even believe in 2025 we're still using these Latin words that have that spelling.
You know what else is a word
paper?
that you never see in the spelling bee? Pussy. Man, my eye is pussy.
Bob Costas's eye
is pussy.
Has a lot of pus
Can
pouring
you
out of it.
spell that? And cum.
Is there Could we just add an S possibly to spell
Carrie
it different?
Coombs?
No.
This segment sucks.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
Ryan Day is the most football coach in the history of the world. I'll tell you why. He was talking to Nicole Arbach from NBC Sports, and she asked him.
Arbach or Auerbach? Like red. Like the coach.
What is it, Teddy? I don't know. What is she? Arbach or Auerbach?
Actually, I think she just got married and changed her name, so it doesn't even matter anymore.
Nicole Cum Laude. Nicole Cum Laude was talking to Ryan Day, and she asked him, when you wake up the next morning after winning a national championship, do you feel different? He responded.
Of course, right?
No, listen. Looky here. This is the most football coach answer ever. No, I thought it would feel different. It didn't. It felt great, but it didn't take long to be like, what's the next thing? What are we going to do next? I have a lot of work to do. And there's no time for resting, We got to keep building this thing, keep growing. It certainly did feel great, but not much has changed. We got another season ahead of us. Got a great group of players, great group of guys we're building. They know how to spell restaurant. They're a bit young. We got to replace a bunch of players. Do you believe in life after life?
That makes me a little bit sad.
He's a football coach.
I get that he's a football coach.
If these
but I'd
guys
like
were
to
well
enjoy
adjusted,
it.
no, if these guys were well adjusted, they would not be successful football coaches.
All right, well, I understand all of that. It's a hypersensitive business that you're in. Everybody was at your throats, right? You're demanding wins. You're demanding wins over Michigan, demanding Big Ten championships. When you finally do it and get to the mountaintop and win that national championship, you can't even get the next morning.
No, he said
in your heart?
He said it felt good. He probably had some cinnamon rolls or something. And then after that, it's, we got to hit that portal.
You think he keeps a canister of Pillsbury orange cinnamon rolls in the fridge at all times?
Orange? What type of lunatic?
Oh, my God.
You know what, Teddy? We just got the next segment.
Don't even start with me.
What type of lunatic
No, you're not going to do that to me.
is having orange cinnamon rolls?
Stop.
You know what? You're fired. Teddy, back me up on this.
I agree.
Oh,
You're fired.
Teddy.
What type of nutcase?
Teddy.
Orange cinnamon rolls.
We had a thing with the Chex Mix yesterday.
That's what you get when there's like some sort of natural disaster, and that's the last thing on the shelf.
When there's listeria and the other kind? That's what you're left with?
My God.
No, come on. They're delicious.
Now we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how I'm actually very excited for the Indy 500 for very immature reasons. Colin, Man, and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
I got your back, Timmy. Those are delicious. All right, watch out for an accident that's blocking the left lane on northbound 270 on the west outer belt after I-70. And we've got a couple-minute delay on westbound 670 between 71 and Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by Erie Insurance, celebrating 100 years of protecting your family's most priceless moments. Then, now, always. Erie Insurance. ErieInsurance.com. That's ErieInsurance.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Stanley spent his life in the saddle, wrangling whatever life threw at him. But nothing prepared him for the fight against low T and ED. Shane practically hunched him over. Bonbon pills just gave him a headache. He begged for a lifeline.
Well, maybe it's over.
Columbus Men's Clinic said no. Medical conditions, old age, there's hope. This is about real treatments. Science, not one-size-fits-all guesswork. Columbus Men's Clinic was designed for men who hate going to the doctor. Personalized plans, cutting-edge treatments, overseen by an actual medical provider that takes the time to listen. With low T and ED treatments others only dream about, we fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Because every second you wait, your condition could worsen. Act now. Don't let time slip away. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is only $99, including blood work. And you know your T level before you leave. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
That's the sound of a Mountain Dew. And that's you enjoying its refreshing citrus kick. That's a cool breeze suddenly whistling through your hair.
Whoa!
That's you realizing you're now on a mountain.
This is epic!
That's you stating the obvious. That's you stepping up to the plate. That's you winning your kickball game.
Yes! That's
That's you taking another sip of your Do the Do.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, I got the nicest Google review today. Dewey from Gehanna said, "We cannot believe we are able to get the Pella look and quality at the cost we did."
I got a review too. Listen to this. These windows were great. Oh boy. For about a year. Looks like I'll need to renew, in quotes for some reason, my windows way too soon. Repeat customer?
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about 10 grand in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
The Fan is headed to the Memorial. Are you ready for 30 hours of live coverage? Oh, it's true, baby.
Sponsored by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. TheWaterworks.com.
The best Memorial coverage. The Fan.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
For tonight, chances of showers and thunderstorms continue. Overnight lows right around 50. And for Thursday, much cooler, only getting into the upper 50s with chances of rain lingering. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
One has pizza sauce for blood. The other is Rachel Maddow. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Hey, subscribe to the podcast of This Stupid Show. It's available wherever you get your podcast. Just search Common Man and Timmy. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. Podcast brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling.
Hang on a sec. What should I reply back to the wife? She's actually listening to the show sometimes, which is a dangerous thing. She's in her car most of the day for her job because she's a hospice nurse. It's pretty ironic. She's out there doing that. We're doing this.
Why is she in her car?
She's a hospice nurse. She drives around to all her different patients all day long. So she's in the car a lot.
In my mind, she just
in-home visits.
She just stays with one patient.
No. She sees
until they die.
She sees 3 to 4 a day. The visit might be an hour long, then she moves about to another part of town.
I did not know that.
So she flips on the radio. She might check in. She said she must have just gotten home. Said not a priority, but I'm looking for Salem's bones. If any idea where they are. That's my dog, Salem. For those that don't know, she got the ACL tear fixed. She's in the kennel. Has to stay in the kennel. She's, I guess, a little antsy. I don't know what I should say back to her.
Well, first of all, do you know where the bones are?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
no.
then we have a nonsense response.
Of
and
course
I think
we
that
do.
nonsense response should be Bend over and I'll show you.
He's just a common man.
Yes.
I know your wife. She'd find that funny.
She likes a good Christmas vacation.
Teddy, what would you reply?
All right.
If you don't know where the bones are and she's texting you during the show, which is a big no-no.
I say, ask the milkman.
All right. Too hot. It's not bad. It's not bad,
No,
Teddy.
no.
All right. She gave me a little smile emoji.
What did you reply with? Bend over and I'll show you?
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
good-
I
good
wrote
boy.
that. And then I'll say, does the milkman know? Yeah.
She says the milkman does know. Melky Cabrera is here.
Melky Cabrera, not a bad player.
Fish has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow on T-Bone and Tyvis, 6 to 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. They got a segment called Clip That. Also, a segment called The List.
Because the list. No, the kiss is on my list.
What is the matter
I
with
messed
you?
that up. That's Hall & Oates.
Bishop and Friends will have Pied Piper of the Hillbillies, Paul Feinbaum, on the show at 10:30. And then tomorrow on this show, Too Hot with Panama Ted.
Oh, baby. I can't
Too
wait.
hot. Teddy gathers audio from the world and then plays it for us. We have no idea what we're going to hear. I had no idea what I was going to hear last segment when you just diarrheaed out of your mouth that orange cinnamon rolls are your go-to from Pillsbury.
I know several people are going to back me up here.
You're out of your mind.
I know it. Why would you go regular?
Why? Because it's the best. That's why. It's classic.
Well, okay. It's orange is no good.
No.
Citrusy, delicious.
Maybe
it's refreshing.
Maybe for a variety. If you're a real cinnamon roll person,
maybe
once a year.
Once a year.
Once a year.
Once a year.
Citrus cinnamon roll.
God forbid somebody likes an Arnold Palmer instead of just tea or just lemonade.
Yeah.
God forbid someone likes that drink.
And that's another
it's
stupid
world
thing.
famous.
Don't
you dare.
I'm going to dare.
Don't you dare.
That's another thing.
Besmirch Arnold Palmer and his legacy.
Hey, I like iced tea. What can you do to it? I'll make it taste a little bit less like iced tea.
Dear
I
God.
like lemonade. What can you do to it? I'll make it taste a little bit less like lemonade.
I'm not putting ketchup and mustard into the same bottle.
You know what? You may as well.
It works.
You may as well.
That sucks. That I think sucks. We could agree on. But to get on me for orange cinnamon rolls, next time.
So you got. Let me ask you.
Next time I'm making them, I'm going to take one of them orange cinnamon rolls. I'm going to shove it in your face. I'm going to put it in your mouth. You're going to suck all those orange juices. It's going to be delicious.
I like it. It's
delicious.
Sure, it's delicious. You got your whole pick of cinnamon roll goodness. The Pillsbury shelf is full.
What else we got besides regular and orange? Is there another one?
There's first of all, there's many varieties. We got the Grands.
We have many options for men of your taste.
we got the Grands, right? You got the regular size, which are smaller.
We're biscuits, yes.
You get the Cinnabon cinnamon flavor.
Actual Cinnabon
in the
branded.
Pillsbury. They have the regular icing or they have the cream cheese icing.
Cream cheese is good.
Cream cheese is the best.
I do love that.
If I got a full shelf, it's Pillsbury Grand cream cheese. There's not an orange to be found. But you're telling me if you got a full shelf, you're going orange first? Like a lunatic?
Orange cinnamon rolls.
No. That's like a hurricane is coming, and I got to the store late, and there's no provisions left on the shelf.
You know what? If you're going to say that, it's just a shame. It's just a shame. If that's the way you feel about it, you don't have to enjoy it. More for me. More.
That's why they're always left. That's why they're always there.
Because
you
nobody's
and
buying them.
Traffic girl Nicole are eating your
that's
orange Pillsburies.
Jen loves them.
Jen doesn't like anything.
What do you mean? Other than bacon, what doesn't she like? That's a bad one, though. That's the fact that she doesn't like crisp bacon tells you something about her judgment and where we can have her with food items.
Like anything.
But I'm not a maniac.
She doesn't eat steak.
I'm not a maniac in most of my food items. I like everything that you like. So therefore, you shouldn't be ostracizing me because I enjoy an orange cinnamon roll.
It's not because you enjoy it.
It's delicious.
It's because you think it's the superior cinnamon roll.
I didn't even know that was a hot take. I really didn't. I didn't think that it was that spicy and that hot.
Look, Timmy, you go to the bar. You're a single man back when you were banging, okay?
Man, it was hard when I was single.
You peruse. On one end of the bar, You got Gabby Thomas winking at you. She's waving to you. You can tell that she's interested. Then you got some half-drunk barfly on the other side. Now, if it was a completely empty bar, you go to the barfly, you have yourself an evening. That's the end of that.
And then you're saying that my orange cinnamon roll is Tiny Hands Kristen Wiig. And I'm Judy. Hi. Hey.
But you're passing up Gabby to go with Tiny Hands Kristen Wiig.
It's not Tiny Hands Wiggy. Come on. It's delicious. God. Do you remember the toaster strudels? How often did you have or I don't know, I guess I don't know who I'm talking to now. Maybe you couldn't even find any joy in a nice frozen Pillsbury toaster strudel.
I was never allowed to get those.
But then you had to hit a certain point in life where you bought a lot of them if you were never allowed to get them.
Too much work. You got to put those in the oven. It's too much.
Oven? What are you talking about?
Don't you have to get them in the
crispy? Toaster.
You put them in the toaster?
You put them in the toaster.
But don't the flakes just flake right off into the toaster?
A little bit.
And then it ruins your toaster.
It's nothing worse than when it's like operation. It hits the side of that toaster. Flakes go everywhere. But that cream cheese packet, you know what you would do with
That's
that
a
cream.
lot. Again, you're assembling. It's a lot of work.
You would do sometimes the move with that cream cheese packet is when you are making 2 of the toaster strudels, you would take 1 packet and distribute that. See, it took discipline. You took
I don't want discipline for breakfast.
No. You put 1 packet on both toaster strudels. That way you had the second packet to just suck all that cream cheese right out of the packet. Delicious.
I'm very lazy in the morning. I would open up the Pop-Tart, not even put it in the toaster.
I'm okay with
Just
that.
raw dog the Pop-Tart.
That's not serial killer stuff. You can have a plain Pop-Tart.
So the prospect of effort for the toaster strudel was never on my mind. It was frozen. You had to warm it. I just want to open up the wrapper and go.
Jack had an interesting flavor of Pop-Tart today that it's not one that's in our normal rotation. What did he have? It was like I'm trying to find which one it was because you got the brown sugar cinnamon. That's like a creme de la creme. That's maybe the best Pop-Tart. Would you agree?
Frosted strawberry.
Still
original.
I go more of the cherry for the fruity one, but the brown sugar cinnamon.
Contend if you're eating a Pop-Tart that's not frosted, go right to jail. You're a total lunatic.
Yeah, it's, oh my God. That I think we can agree on. The plain Pop-Tart?
Still exists. Still banging. See it at the store.
I'm sure Dahmer was eating plain Pop-Tarts with no frosting on it. But
Jeffrey Dahmer. I thought you meant Dom Taberry. Dahmer. Hey, who needs frosting on a Pop-Tart? Back when I was banging when I was a kid, we didn't have Pop-Tarts. When they came out with them, they were like little cushions of joy.
Actually, I can't find the Pop-Tart that Jack
segment,
had today.
Thanks for coming.
S'mores is a good one.
How do you say it?
S'mores.
You didn't say that. You said s'mores.
Well, I got it on the second chance. Remember all those words you misspelled first time around?
I'm with my wife
give
now.
Give somebody a chance to improve themselves.
Hey, Ted, real quick.
No.
Yeah.
Real quick. This ain't one of them.
No, it's not.
How you doing, Ted?
S'mores. Doing good, Mike.
My tummy hurts. Could a big-time player be in play for Jake Diebler? Timmy's going to tell us coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone, no.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 45-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on northbound 71 on the north side at 17th Avenue. It is stop and go from East Broad Street. We've got slower traffic on northbound 270 on the West Outer Belt between Total Crossing Boulevard and 33. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
It's been a great run. Care Heating and Cooling has achieved goals I could only imagine 30 years ago. But now it's time for the next generation to take over. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, I remember you saying that a family business should reflect family values, that a customer deserves to be treated with kindness and compassion.
And those values will never change. The reputation you built for being fair and honest is our greatest asset.
In fact, in 2024, CARE was awarded a BBB Torch Award for ethics and named the Lennox Partner of the Year.
You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind. It's an honor to continue serving Central Ohio as a locally owned, family-run business.
So, whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just honest advice, CARE is here for you.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle and Market District. Find everyday savings and bargains on produce, meat, and more. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting long-term lower prices. With our weekly sales, deals for days promotions, and My Perks loyalty program, Giant Eagle helps make the most out of every shopping trip. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle and Market District today to see how easy it is to save.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Man.
If the authorities looked at their Instagram accounts, they'd be arrested immediately.
Daddy, what are you doing?
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
This dumb show brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. We've tackled a lot of things on the show today. Discussed how the Tush Push is sticking around.
Oh, that's on the back burner.
We discussed things with Nicole Shearin from 10 TV.
Yeah, like how she's about to complete her first year cycle, doing the job here. I think she gets through the Memorial Tournament. She's about done a full year of coverage of all the major sporting events in Central Ohio.
I said Common Man and T-Bone in the last break. I know I said it. Timmy likes orange-flavored cinnamon rolls like a lunatic.
Come on. Mike's never had a toaster strudel, apparently.
Too much work.
What? Yeah, push the button now. Link. Done.
No, it's not just that.
Link.
Got to get it out of the freezer. You got to put the frosting on it when it's done. Get all the flakies in the toaster. You ruin your toaster.
It's no wonder you do the Queen's voice. Because you sound like one. You just have somebody else, have Samantha do it for you. And then give her
make my
two of them.
Pastry.
Make them for Dad.
All right. There's a guy who's in the portal now, Darian Williams. With Texas Tech last year, 15 points a game guy. He is a big-time guy. He had originally declared for the NBA draft, but now he's withdrawn from the draft. He is in the transfer portal. There are some people who think that the Buckeyes are involved in this.
They are. I'm not someone that thinks that they're probably going to land him.
Okay.
That's where it is.
Talk to me about the process and, what Jake Diebler and friends are doing right now outside of getting a huge bag of cash to try and convince this guy to come here.
I think what the conversation is going like for Darian Williams and how you are going to try to work against some of those other teams out there like Kansas, like BYU. And I think with BYU, that's what Evil Bald Colin had a couple words with me before the show about that too. And they've already spent about $10 million reportedly, the Cougars, who had a really good run. And they seem to be building something in basketball.
There's some sort of cap to what they can spend on that roster.
That Mormon money that's just flowing in, apparently.
Mormon money.
You've got
that orange,
the Crown Burger money, the pastrami burger money.
Orange cinnamon roll money.
You got all the good stuff. No, what is the Panama Ted, what's the item? Or Reimer standing there. The item money, right? Like one of their BYU players, they nicknamed him like Nuggets or something, or Fries or Waffle Fry, because he has lineage to the Ida French fry products or whatever. Either way, they've spent a lot of money on their NIL. After AJ DeBansa and some of these other guys, I don't know if they're going to be able to, deep digger into their pockets to find that cash. Now, you can also say, we are a team that was really close. If we didn't have a couple of transfer portal players go wrong last year, we're in the tournament in just our first year as a coaching staff. Now we got a full year of this staff being together.
This is what
we know what we're doing.
Right, you're not saying this. This is what they're saying.
This is the pitch. This is the pitch to get somebody like Darian Williams of Texas Tech
you
come to Ohio State.
You and I believe none of this.
I don't.
This is what Jake Diebler is pitching him.
I think that Ohio State is able to get, truthfully, into the top 3 in discussions with some of these elite players out there. They haven't been able to get to the finish line, and I don't think it's going to happen with this one, although I would love to be wowed. But back to what the pitch was, you're again getting back to the conference that you're playing in, the number of teams that have a chance to go to the NCAA tournament in the Big Ten, and the fact that we have a lot of our important players coming back, and you can play with John Mobley, who could be a breakout guard on this team. You can play with one of the most experienced point guards and facilitators in the game of college basketball with Bruce Thornton. Devin Royal is an improving player, and we'd like maybe him to play more of that 4 and you to be more of our natural 3, where we want to see you shoot the three-point basket. We want to see you slashing and getting to the free throw line, hitting the glass, scoring, doing everything that you can do. This guy was brilliant, by the way, in the NCAA tournament. He had 28 points, 5 dimes, and 6 boards in the win over Drake. He had 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists in the overtime win over Arkansas, and he had 23 points in the loss to Florida. I mean, this guy was great, but I just don't know if they're going to be able to get him. What I am intrigued by, and I really think that Joe Lunardi, ESPN's bracketologist, he was giving pretty fair assessments when the Buckeyes started to hit that skid, because they had it, right? I think they won the Maryland game last regular season, and they were kind of in. And if they could have maybe gotten that Michigan game at home, they were safely in, but they didn't. They started losing all those games that they had to have, and he kind of was playing it fair while looking at the complete picture for the wins that Ohio State had, and then he dropped them when they had to be dropped because they ultimately didn't get into the tournament, and that was correct. You have any idea what Lunardi has the Buckeyes at? Because he does this year-round. He's monitoring things, knows that they got Brandon Knoll and Christoph Tilley and, the 3 big fish coming back to Ohio State. Where do you think he's got them right now in the brackets?
In the tournament?
Yeah, in the NCAA tournament for the 2026.
I'll be optimistic and say 7 or 8 seed.
I was actually blown away. I about fell out of my chair. If I woke up with my head sewn to the carpet, I couldn't have been more surprised. A 4 seed in the NCAA tournament.
Sign me up for that, by the way.
Oh, my God. Sign me up right away. I can't get there. I don't know if the ceiling is that high. I don't know if Lunardi has some inside
Maybe he's
scoop
that high.
if he thinks that Darian Williams is going to join the team here soon, or if it's just based off of what he already sees on paper. I would like to hope, even though maybe they don't have superstar numbers with superstar teams, but Brandon Knoll, big-time numbers with Wright State. Christoph Tilley, really good numbers with Santa Clara. Been watching some of Jake Diebler's film study reviews that he's doing on their social media accounts. You guys can check those out. I think that's a cool inside track that they're doing that they didn't used to do. They're going to be able to do a lot more things offensively that they weren't able to do because they got some guys that they trust can score and pass from the post.
I hope you're
like
right,
some
buddy.
of these other players couldn't do on the team.
Listening to you talk, you're very optimistic. Lunardi's got him as a 4 seed in the NCAA tournament.
I'm saying make the tournament, okay? I would actually sign up right now for an 8 or a 9 seed because that's step 1 and puts you safely in. If you could get away from Dayton and get off of that last 10 line and be safely in the field, I would sign up for that for step 1, going back to the field.
Hey, Teddy, I know this is going to surprise you, but I teased something about half an hour ago and never got to it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Creed is awesome.
Indy 500 is this weekend. Felix Rosenquist.
Nailed it.
Will drive the number 60 Meyershank Racing Honda with a colorful, lively representing of the iconic rock band Creed.
How about that? What was that, Meyershank?
Yeah, you know where they're at, right? Just
Columbus.
down the road in Pataskala.
East side, right?
That's their headquarters, yeah.
That's not
Creed
the Meyer.
is awesome.
It's not the department store Meyer.
No, completely different Myers.
Different spelling.
Different Myers.
You call that a department store?
No, it's not a department store, is it?
Meyer?
What is it? What is it? Just a store?
I don't know.
Superstore.
Superstore. I'd say it's a superstore. It's
All right,
everything.
anyway, Meyer-Shank Racing, in collaboration with Creed and Sirius XM's Turbo, Channel 41. Teddy listens to it. He knows what's up.
yeah.
You'll hear some good, like, Power Man 5,000, or was it 5,000 or 500? What is it?
5,000.
5,000. Some Buck Cherry on there.
Yeah.
Singing about Coke and whores. And Scott Stapp is driving the car.
I hope not.
Yeah.
So the car's going to have a Creed logo on it or a Turbo Sirius XM radio logo?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
Both incorporated.
Both.
And Creed's going to be there just soaking it all in. They're not going to perform or anything?
I have no idea if they're going to be there or not.
They
Scott
will.
Stapp
Yeah, they
needs to
will
sing
be
the
there.
anthem.
Scott Stapp needs to sing the anthem and start the engines. Do we know if
I don't
who's
know
doing
about
that?
that.
Who's signed on to do that yet? I mean, they usually would put that out, right?
Yeah, that's probably out there, but I don't think it's him.
Want a little Marlins?
Yes.
Now,
I
this
do.
is not Creed. This is just Scott Stapp.
Yeah.
When Scott Stapp was doing solo stuff.
Yeah.
He's a big, apparently, Miami/Florida Marlins fan.
Or whoever's paying.
He's not Flair. He's not Ric Flair.
Well, all of a sudden he likes Indy racing now.
Yeah. And so he made this little song about the Marlins. I think we should have more songs about teams.
This song's pretty good,
Right?
actually. This is a good song.
Bon Jovi's like a Notre Dame fan. Write a song.
He's a famous person.
It's game day. We want strikeouts, base hits, double plays. Take the field, hear the roar on the crowd. Come on, Marlins, make us proud. Come on, Marlins, make us proud. Keep hoping and dreaming, and you will soar.
The guitar solo from Jeff Conine in this video is out of this world.
They couldn't get Nick Saban to play the guitar from the John Tesh video?
No. I just did. Nick Saban won a sports Emmy yesterday.
He did.
TV sports Emmy.
Guess all the grumbling on TV was enough to do it.
I don't doubt that Nick Saban knows what he's doing. Obviously, he's one of the most successful college football coaches of all time, and he's an asset to have on your desk. But you really look at Nick Saban and say, wow, that's a good television broadcaster right there.
I mean, I thought that he provided, what you expected, the expertise and the insight. Why am I blanking on the comedian who did the couple of beers spot in SNL? He's like one of the most popular stand-up comics now. He did a set. He's a Notre Dame fan, and he was on game day, and he was trying to have some fun with Saban, and
Who was that, Shane Gillis?
Shane, yeah, thank you. Shane Gillis was there. He was just trying to have a good time with Nick. He made some little joke about paying players before NIL came through in the SEC, and he had to stop himself and say, oh, what? Are we not? Okay, we're not joking. Okay, I'm sorry about that, Nick. Sorry, I'm just going to look straight ahead. I didn't mean to offend you. It was basically like the commercial.
A Big Ten team has scheduled a big-time game. Details next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 5-minute delay on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. And we've got a 10-minute slowdown on eastbound 670 between Neal Avenue and International Gateway. This report is sponsored by Rocket. Rocket.com is the new home for all things home ownership. Whether you're buying your first home, finding your next one, or unlocking home equity to fund one of your dreams, there's only one destination that has everything you need to get started, all under one roof. Get started today at Rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
At Kroger, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items across our stores so you can save even more. Whether you're shopping in-store or online at Kroger, we've lowered prices on thousands of the items your family wants and needs. And with lower prices, your dollar goes further every time you shop with us. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Here's a fresh deal on produce. 18-ounce containers of blueberries and 2-pound containers of strawberries are only $2.99 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like asterisk-free checking. An account that's filled with features, but no monthly maintenance fee, no matter what. Because it's your money, right? So we think you should keep it. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney.
Spring showers revealing roofing or siding issues? Trust the pros at Newman Roofing for expert care, white glove service, and quality you can count on. Schedule your estimate today and take advantage of special financing options. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today.
Matty Ice here to talk about my friends at McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. Have you seen the 2025 Traverse? McDaniel GM Superstore actually has a great selection of new Traverses right now, and qualified buyers can finance 0.9% APR. Plus, they've got no market adjustments or hidden costs. That's been the McDaniel difference since 1916. They're just a short drive north of Route 23 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. McDaniel GM Superstore, where great deals meet a century of trust. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
That's the sound of a Mountain Dew. And that's you enjoying its refreshing citrus kick. That's a cool breeze suddenly whistling through your hair.
Whoa!
That's you realizing you're now on a mountain.
This is epic!
That's you stating the obvious. That's you stepping up to the plate. That's you winning your kickball game.
Yes! Let's go!
That's you taking another sip of your Do the Do.
Have you ever wanted your tropical vacation to last longer? Of course you have. And now it can, thanks to Oakland Nursery. Bring that tropical paradise to your backyard. Create an island retreat complete with tropical hibiscus, palm trees, mandevilla, gardenias, citrus and banana plants, flowering cannas, and more. The lush exotic greens and vibrant tropical colors that make life more fun. Now in your own backyard, thanks to Oakland. If you haven't been to Oakland Nursery, you simply haven't been to a nursery.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Fish has been named the third best sports program director in the country. Winner. The two dudes who finished ahead of him are dead. So we're declaring him the winner. You're listening to the home of champions, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. I know firsthand what it's like to battle through joint pain. After years of the hard hits and the wear and tear on the field, I thought pain, it was just going to be something I had to live with. Let me tell you, that's no longer the case thanks to QC Kinetics. For over 8 years, QC Kinetics has been leading the charge nationwide in non-surgical joint pain relief, helping over 50,000 patients get back to doing what they love, pain-free. Whether it's your knees, back, hips, shoulders, you pick it. If joint pain's been slowing you down, you need to hear about what Dr. Aaron Walkoff and his team in Columbus are doing. They're using cutting-edge regenerative medicine, natural biologic treatments with powerful healing properties to repair and restore damaged joint tissue. No surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. Just real results. The kind of treatment I wish I had access to during my playing days, and now you do. Imagine this summer playing around a golf, chasing the kids, and just enjoying a walk without the pain. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-228-4544. They now have offices in Grove City and Canal Winchester.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
They refer to each other as stupid, so they must get along.
We fight a lot, but at the end of the day, it's okay, because we really do hate each other. Mm-hmm.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Here's some inside info for you. So we have a life-size cardboard cutout of 10 TV's Dom Taberi waving, and it's making its way through the radio station. Like, we constantly pick it up and move it and surprise people. And I brought it in the studio the other day.
Yeah. And it was in the studio until yesterday morning. Or was that this morning?
No, it was yesterday because I think Beamer took it out.
T-Bone took it out.
Okay.
Because I saw it was in the studio on the morning shift, and I was actually watching their show on YouTube. One segment, it was there. I came back. It was gone.
So
no Dom.
We had waving Dom over by the ping pong table.
He was watching us play.
Our good friend and now morning show host, Tyvis Powell, is in the studio right next to us. He came in today to record some commercials.
How about that? He came in the afternoon.
I hope he pops in here to say hello. The least you can do is say hello. But he's in there. He's recording. He's a good, clean boy. Got the window on the door, soundproof door. I put the cardboard Dom Taberi right by the door. So he's locked in. He's focused. He's reading this spot. Out of the corner of his eye, he sees the cardboard Dom.
What?
And I could hear through the door. This is what I hear.
So you're telling me this wasn't even audible, but you put that there. You tried to mess up rhyme time earlier in the week with constant farting.
That's a right
update.
That is a rite of passage.
Of course, it's a rite of
I've
passage.
done it with you. I've done it with
anyone else.
No, I've done it with other people.
It offends everybody else. So you gotta know who you're doing it with.
Bodie, you probably did it with Bodie.
I did, and he also was stone-faced, didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Not as good as Rhyme Time, though. You kick Rhyme Time right in the nuts, he's not moving.
Did I not do well when you would always try to do that with me? Because I evolved, and then I tried to play the game with you to make it more
you
fun.
weren't as good as Rhyme. Rhyme Time is like the soldiers guarding the palace, where people are going up to him and smiling like, hey, break. And he's got the big furry hat on, and he's standing straight ahead. Nothing interrupts his gaze.
Or Marine at the changing of the guard, the National Cemetery.
Whatever.
Get in the chat, everybody. You guys know the YouTube chat is always there. We were talking about... I mistakenly said that I enjoyed orange cinnamon rolls, but Bald Bull said Scott Stapp, if he were a cinnamon roll, he'd be orange flavored. I take that as a good one for orange cinnamon rolls.
I think Bald Bull said that orange was the best flavor.
Yeah, that's right. I'm
Didn't he
saying
say that in the chat?
somebody is on my side right now.
All right. Notre Dame and Wisconsin were scheduled to play a game at Lambeau Field in 2020. We had the COVID. It was only conference games. That game was canceled. But now they're going to play there September 6th.
Oh, thank God.
Of 2026.
I'm excited.
September 6th of 2026. See, to me, look, the neutral site thing doesn't do anything for me unless you're dealing with some sort of outside element.
Like your stadium is being renovated or something like that. But that would cause a whole season of displacement.
Like the thing with Wrigley Field last year.
For Northwestern. Because, again,
and Ohio State.
Stadium issue for Northwestern.
Right, but you've
got the Buckeyes involved.
You've had Big Ten games in Wrigley Field. That's a baseball stadium. It's, it's in the neighborhood there. People like to go and piss.
It's a clear thing that they're trying to do.
All that. Plus, you had that game later in the season, had an opportunity for weather, didn't get weather. To me, the perk of what was it a couple of years back where so-and-so came, was it LSU that came up to Wisconsin?
I believe LSU did go to Lambeau.
But it was the last
different kind of road trip.
August or the first week of September.
I see what you're saying.
Just a hot, humid day. I want to see, if I'm going to be at Lambeau Field, that's my selling point.
You need to have that be in the middle of November and a chance for a blizzard.
I want snowy time. I want big nooner where it's 0 degrees outside and people are losing limbs. I mean, that's what I want to see.
Me personally, I want to catch a game at Lambeau Field before I die. I know that makes blood shoot out of your eyes, but maybe I shouldn't say that anymore because of the partnership, because you're a Bears fan. I wouldn't go to a Bears game. I'd do that for you. I'd just see any other game.
This is exactly what I said that we should have done with Michigan. When people were talking about, the rivalry's too boring now because we win every single year. No. Because what happens after a period of time is you completely demoralize your opponent. And that's what the Packers have done to me, the sad Bears fan, since 1992.
Yeah.
They have completely demoralized me to the point where I expect it. I was shocked at the draft at Lambeau when the Packer fans that were there, Bears come on the clock and they boo. Thank you for doing that for my benefit. I'm surprised y'all didn't laugh. Oh, look, it's the Bears. They think they can draft someone and beat us.
Hey,
we've had 3 quarterbacks the last 30 years. They've had 35.
That's why I guess they're still that dominant, because they do still have that attitude about it. And Ohio State did have that attitude and that edge over Michigan for a long time, but look how quickly it turned. So they got to find that. They got to find a way to get back to that.
Right,
they got to get it back.
Let me ask you a question. Looky here. You share my affinity for grass in the shoe.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I think a lot of people listening share
sure they
that
do.
affinity as well. They
I
want that.
want grass.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll meet you halfway, night game idiots. You give me grass.
We can have all the night games we want.
You take all the nighties you want, and I won't have any more big nooners. But if you could be guaranteed, Ross Bjork calls you up right now and says, Timmy, I'm putting grass down in the shoe next year. It's guaranteed. But you leave the Michigan game up to chance. It's up to Ryan Day. Or
I'll take that deal.
Would you rather be guaranteed a Michigan loss this year against Ohio State
and keep the crappy
field turf?
I'll roll the dice and bank on the team doing their job and winning that football game on their own, because I believe that they can go and win that game on their own. It's time.
I said
they
this
lost 4 of them.
I said this last 2 years.
Well,
And
we all
I was
said it
proven
last
wrong
year.
the last 2
We were
years.
wrong.
But I'm
No
telling
one
you right
thought
now,
it.
if Ryan Day loses to Michigan again, we won't have to say a word. He will drive himself to a mental institution and check himself in.
It won't be good.
Because he won't know how to deal with that.
Better hope that their quarterback situation stays bad. As bad as it was last year.
They're bad.
They're bad. They
Go
were
there
a
and
6-win team
Show
last
'em what
year,
it's
but
like.
we let them come
Tell you,
down
what would
here
you do?
and
Take
win.
the grass or take the win?
I'm rolling the dice with Coach Day doing it, so let's take the grass. And
He's got to get it done.
Yeah, because the grass.
He's got to get it done.
He'll get it done.
He's got to.
The Pulse is up next. Colin Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 15-minute delay if you need to travel on eastbound 70 on the east side from Livingston Avenue to 270. And there's a 10-minute delay on eastbound 33 from Refugee Road to Bixby Road. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is 100% employee-owned now. It gives them a sense of pride.
It's always been a family business. We've benefited as owners from the work of all of these great employees for so long. Well, now everybody's an owner, so now everybody has a stake. It really is the culmination of the family business. The family just got bigger. We all know there's a difference between working for a paycheck and working for something that belongs to you.
Rosati Windows, locally made, expertly crafted. Hollywood Casino Columbus is bringing the funny this summer. Tiffany Haddish takes the mic on Friday, July 18th with the Funny and Fearless Tour. Then Dion Cole Live hits the stage Friday, September 5th for a night of nonstop laughs. 2 comedy icons, 2 unforgettable nights. Get your friends, grab a drink, and get ready to laugh all night long. Big names, big laughs, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Tickets available at Ticketmaster. Visit HollywoodColumbus.com for more details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Looking to buy a home? CME Federal Credit Union has got you covered. With a 5-1 adjustable rate mortgage from CME, you can lock in a low rate, starting as low as 5.5% for the first 5 years. And with low closing costs, you can save even more. Ready to get started? Visit CMEFCU.org today to begin your journey to home ownership. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Dealin' Days are back at Lindsay Honda. Lock in your deal in May. Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas. Simply pick your new 2025 Honda and enjoy 0% for up to 60 months. Yes, 0% for up to 60 months on all new 2025 Hondas, including HRV, Pilot, and Ridgeline.
Cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Lindsay's got it, and you're gonna save.
See you, Lindsay Honda, during Dealin' Days.
See LindsayHonda.com for details.
Make your summer celebrations a good deal better with sizzling deals from Meijer. Fresh from Meijer 80% lean ground beef family packs for just $3.49 per pound, limit 5. Or chicken drumsticks family packs for only 99 cents per pound. And mini seedless watermelon or buy one, get one for $1. Plus, enjoy hot deals all summer long on Meijer brand must-haves like Meijer chips for $1.99 and Meijer hamburger and hot dog buns for $1.39. Summertime is always a good deal better at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward here, and tell me if this sounds familiar. Over the weekend, you went into your closet trying on shorts from last year. They were all too tight, so you searched deeper in the closet, looking through shorts you stashed away from thinner years. Maybe a big pair had gotten lost in the mix. No luck. Well, I'm here to tell you, don't buy bigger shorts. Instead, do what I did and fit into the ones from last year in just a few weeks with Awaken 180 weight loss. Heck, you'll be wearing your thin shorts again just a few weeks after that. How do I know? Because I'm still wearing my thin Austin shorts again this summer. I've kept my 50 pounds off thanks to Awaken 180's free maintenance support for life. Say it with me. I won't buy bigger shorts. Make that pledge, then call Awaken 180 and make the most out of this summer and every summer after. Awaken 180, your long-term solution for weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or head online at awaken180weightloss.com. You won't regret it.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to partner with 10 TV and The Fan to launch Raise the Roof, honoring local heroes. This week's honoree is Natalie Lorenz from Delaware. Natalie is a fire dispatcher who coordinates resources during major incidents and provides instructions to callers before the fire department arrives, going above and beyond the call of duty. Her professionalism, compassion, and strength make her an invaluable asset to her workplace and community. Natalie is a true unsung hero who deserves to be recognized.
For over 78 years, our family's been part of your love stories. At Diamond Seller, we offer bigger diamonds, better prices, and timeless designs for every chapter of your life. From your first yes to your forever I do, trust the jeweler who knows diamonds best. Visit Diamond Seller today.
If you've ever sprained a thumb because you can't get this dumb garage door to open, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. In baseball, after the Reds took the series opener from the Pirates on Monday, they dropped the last two games in the series and only put one run across the plate in the two games, losing today 3-1. They're off tomorrow, getting ready for a weekend home series with the Chicago Cubs. The Guardians had a late rally in the ninth inning to tie things up with the Twins, and then Cody Clemens walked it off from Minnesota in the bottom of the inning to give Monday night's game a final of 6-5. They are now playing today's regularly scheduled game, and the Twins lead that one 1-0 in the fourth inning. In the NBA, Oklahoma City's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been named the league's MVP. It's his first MVP, beating out Nikola Jokic and Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the Eastern Conference Finals begins tonight with the New York Knicks hosting the Indiana Pacers. This one's sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. It's great to have goals. It's even better to have experts help you attain those goals. Experts in weight loss. Awaken180weightloss.com.
The only show that can bring a dead queen back to life. This is Common Man and Timmy.
Look who sashayed into this studio.
All right, what a start to the 5 o'clock hour.
My God. He's going to be here 12 hours from now.
No, actually, I'm going to Miami, so actually I won't be here 12 hours from now.
You're like in my great mental headspace.
I thought you didn't take vacations.
I don't.
Sounds like you are to me.
Well, this is not a vacation. This is not you go to Miami and just kick it. That's not what this is.
What is you're leaving work for a couple days?
I'm going down there because there's a wedding going on, and I have to go support who this person getting married.
That's a good way to say like that? I'm going to the wedding.
Yeah. I'm here to support this person getting married. Yes.
Getting married. You're going to a wedding is what a human would say.
It's not fun.
If you're not familiar with this voice, this is Tyvis Powell.
Thank you.
All right. Tyvis Powell is the star of the new morning show here on The Fan.
I wouldn't say that.
T-Bone and Tyvis, 6 to 9. How you like the show so far? How you like getting up early?
That's not the hard. I mean, it is hard, but it's not the hardest part. The hardest part is that T-Bone has made it his mission to try to make me fat.
That was always your destiny, Tyvis.
We've been trying that for a couple years, Tyvis, and I think we succeeded. We're on our way.
No. You know, Tim, when I first met you, I was probably 220 pounds.
And look, we've gotten you up to 250, but we can't really tell.
You know, see, that's what I'm saying. That's a problem.
Welcome to the world of broadcasting.
He got me trying to eat iced honey buns for 700 calories. So you know what I do? I do sit-ups in the break now.
But you still eat the iced honey bun.
Well, I had to because I lost the bit. I had to commit to the bit.
What was the bit? Why did you have to eat it? What was the game?
So he has this segment that says Tyvis tries a thing, eats a thing.
Tyvis eats a thing.
Maybe. And what I have to do is I have to guess the price. He's going to go up to the fan cafe, the wonderful fan cafe.
I love it up
He's
there.
going to grab an item. He's going to pay for it. He's going to come down here, and I have to guess how much that item costs.
Well, I can give you a couple hints because whatever you think the item is, add a couple of bucks to it.
Well, see,
that's how much it's going to cost us there.
That's what I thought for the honey bun, and I was wrong.
Was it a $4 honey bun?
Hold on a second now. So you lose the game,
and you got to eat
and
it.
you have to eat something that he paid for. That's delicious. How is that a punishment?
Right, because I don't really eat breakfast like that. Like you got to count your calories. You know, if you're trying to lose
You're
weight.
an early riser now, and you're entertaining people early in the morning. You got to get the energy going.
Well, the good thing is if I get it right, Bodie has to eat it. So you should be rooting for me.
And Bodie doesn't eat anything.
That's my point.
Bodie doesn't even know if he's had a beer in his life. It's not that I haven't had beer.
Tyvis has never had one, and that's okay.
Right,
I respect
that's
that.
a fact.
Bodie's
If you don't
not
drink,
sure if he's had one.
that's quite okay. I'm not going to shame you, but we had some beer in here, and I said to Bodie, Bodie, do you drink beer? You know, and he said, I don't think I've ever had one.
What do you mean you don't think?
I mean, he could have been blackout drunk on bourbon, and then he shotgunned a beer. But he's not entirely sure. My friends didn't tell me.
He shotgunned a whole beer.
If I had one or not.
Do you think does Bodie come off to you as somebody that may have done some wild things in college? He's too quiet.
I can't picture it.
You don't think so?
No.
He's so pure, and he's such a good, clean boy that he could be the dirtiest soul we've ever seen.
Here's how I describe, because my wife actually asked me, she said, I heard you talk about Bodie. Can you describe him for me? And so I said, well, how would I describe the essence of Bodie Wells?
I don't.
Bodie is such a good, clean boy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine him ever pleasuring himself, let alone somebody else, sexually.
Wait a minute.
He just is.
Are you you're talking about the same guy whose favorite app is OnlyFans?
His favorite app is OnlyFans?
He actually got that on the screen.
No, he's pretending.
You hadn't seen that?
No, I hadn't seen it.
That was up there for 6 months before the bosses said, that's a bridge too far. Even in the inter-office screens, like, we got to take that down.
I didn't see that.
He's lost his mind.
Oh, man. That's the only one that I thought beat mine. My favorite app that I always put up there was Okta Verify.
That's our app that we have here.
Yeah, that's good.
Get you a company man.
Tyvis, did you hear the other day DeVere was on? Okay. Did you hear how many hours DeVere spends on his phone every single day? What his screen time app told him? Daily?
7 hours.
19 hours.
I don't believe it. That doesn't make any sense.
Is what he said.
There's no way.
I mean, you're on your phone a lot. What do you think your average screen time is per day?
I know. It tells me every Sunday. It's 7 hours.
That's a lot.
And that's a lot.
Yeah,
I stay under. My goal is 3 hours. That's my goal.
Oh, well, that's
and I hit it 4 days.
See, I gotta be in the know it all. Like, I gotta see when the news hit. I can't be late. Like, I gotta see it when it hits.
Read it and then put it away.
I mean, that's fine, but like,
Take you 5 minutes?
I gotta keep
2
checking
minutes
it.
to
I
check
gotta
a
keep
headline.
checking it. Like
Why?
every 30 minutes, I like to check to see what's the new thing going on.
Not when you're off hours.
I will say Tyvis is very responsive to texts.
Oh yeah,
he always responds to me quickly.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you right
not?
back. The phone is usually
you're a little hit and miss.
The phone is usually in my hand, so I'm usually gonna hit you right back.
Hit and miss.
You're a little hit and
What
miss.
if I go to bed? Am I supposed to just wake up?
You should
and
have a
shoot
special
text back?
Mikey alert. Oh, Mikey's texted
Is
me.
it implanted into my brain? It tells me, oh, Mikey. What Mikey want?
I thought y'all was going to come on the morning show one day.
It's only been
Waiting
a week
for
and
the-
a half.
Waiting
I'm
for the invite.
waiting for you to settle in.
I think I was settled in
You know
after
what?
2 days.
Tomorrow. You're not going to be there. You're going to be watching people exchange wedding vows in a peninsula state down south.
That's it. That's on Saturday.
Okay.
But they having like
Why are you leaving tomorrow?
Because it's rehearsals. They have like a rehearsal thing. And
Who is this person that's getting married?
This is my wife's best friend's brother. He was like a brother to her.
Best friends.
So send her down there. What are you going down there for?
Because they're who will watch the kids.
You taking the kids down?
No, they not. They go into their grandparents' house.
Okay.
All right, so she goes.
No.
You still send the kids to the grandparents' house, and then you
it's
have
to
a
do
the
weekend
show and have a
of
weekend.
debauchery. Honey buns all weekend.
No.
Have you ever had, I'm assuming you have, where she takes the kids to families,
Yeah, and I'm
place
there
for
by
the weekend,
myself.
and you have a weekend
I
alone?
hate it. I absolutely
What are you
hate
doing
it.
You
here
don't
by
find
yourself?
things to do?
No, I'd be so
I'm
bored.
hitting 36 holes on Saturday and 36 more on
Tim,
Sunday.
I'm used to the
Kidding
chaos.
me?
I'm used to the chaos. The kids is running around. The TVs is up loud. The dog is barking at somebody outside.
You don't like a little bit of privacy?
Nah, I thought I would. I'd be like, oh, yes, this is going to be fantastic. And then I get there, and I'm just lonely. It reminds me of my days when I was in Seattle, just by myself. Like, go home, nobody. I needed a hamster so I can hear the wheels squeaking.
Didn't Richard Sherman invite you over for dinner?
Yeah, but that you don't want to wear your welcome out, you know. Don't want to do that. You don't want to be around him. Then next thing you know, you be trying to kick your in-laws' door.
See, this is why. This is why you and I are friends. Right there.
Oh, man.
I was gearing up to make a joke about that, and you just beat me right to it. You said, this idiot's going to go there, so I'll go there first.
Got to beat you to it.
I guess we just blew through the pulse, didn't we?
Oh, here you go.
What have these morons been talking about for the past 2 hours? It's time for the pulse.
All right, real quick.
We got to go.
Tush Push, gone. No reseeding. Jordan Hudson, crazy. Buckeye basketball, trying to get Darian Williams, Texas Tech. I like orange cinnamon rolls. Man thinks I'm crazy. He's actually crazy. Tyvis, you like orange cinnamon rolls. Oh, wait, I can't eat them. But wait, that looks good. I'll eat it. That's you.
I might try it. I might take a little piece.
I'm going to make you eat one.
Take a little piece.
I'm going to make you eat one, and
How
you're
many
going to like
White
it.
Castles could you eat in one sitting?
2.
Oh, my God. You do know that those are sliders, and that's one bite, right? That's one bite. Two bites for one
Two
slider.
and a small fry. I went to McDonald's today. I got 2 sandwiches and a small fry. I about unbuckled my pants.
What were the 2 sandwiches?
I got a double cheeseburger. So you can't get a McDouble. You got to get a double cheeseburger.
You're preaching to the choir. That extra piece of cheese.
Two double cheeseburgers?
No, 1 double cheeseburger.
You said 2 sandwiches.
And 1 the hot and spicy McChicken.
The big chicken sandwich.
They said you got to go to Cleveland. When I was in Lodi.
If I knew you were up there, I would have said, you bring me back a hot and spicy McChicken.
I want a 2.5 hour old.
I don't care. I would take it.
Yeah.
There are Russians that still have Big Macs in their freezer.
You know what that McChicken would be? Not McChicken. You know what that sandwich would be like 2.5 hours down from up north?
I don't care.
Thing will start to ferment.
I'll take my
it's
chances.
really good. Like it puts the McChicken to shame.
He's spilling his car burrito all over it.
Tyvis, thank you for popping in here.
Oh, no problem. I'll see y'all later.
Miss you, Tyvis.
Say goodbye to Cardboard Dom Taberry behind you.
I'll give him a high five.
We need to talk about some sick Fs coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at some slowdown due to an accident if you need to travel on 161 at Strawberry Farms Boulevard. And there's a 10-minute delay on southbound 315 from Lane Avenue to Town Street. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. A lot of dealerships not stocking much inventory right now because of reasons. But at Jermaine Lexus, they have new inventory arriving every day. Get what you want when you want it. Lease the all-new NX350 for as low as $389 per month. How about rates as low as 3.99% up to 48 months and 4.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could dump all your problems on someone else's back? Well, when you wake up to a clogged drain or a plumbing issue, make that Mr. Rooter's problem.
Call 855-MISTERS today or MrRooter.com.
Call Mr. Rooter, he'll be there quick.
When sudden illness or injury strike, Ohio State offers 3 types of urgent care to meet any of your needs. From traditional urgent care to our specialized orthopedic urgent care for activity-related injuries and advanced urgent care for more serious injury and illness, Ohio State's experts treat everything from broken bones to ear infections and colds and flu. When your illness or injury can't wait, the choice is clear.
When we started the company, I was absolutely going to build my own plant. We can build a very, very good window and sell it at a reasonable price. If you buy from a company that is a dealer, they have to order the part from the factory, have it sent, and then schedule a service. I got 500 locks out back. If you need a lock, it'll take me 15 seconds to walk back here and grab one for you.
Visit Rosati Windows by the end of this month and get 35% off all windows and doors.
This summer, something wild is coming to your Columbus Zoo. The all-new North America Trek opens soon. Get closer than ever to Mexican wolves, river otters, and more in stunning new habitats. Experience wildlife and conservation in action. Plan your visit today at columbuszoo.org.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about $10,000 in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
Bobby Carpenter is taking morning juice to YouTube. Catch Bobby and Tito on the Fan's YouTube page weekday mornings from 6 to 8. More Bobby, less commercials, and you can watch him scratch himself.
Decent people everywhere will get offended.
The Fan.
This is the sound of a popular American motorcycle. It's the sound of freedom, the open road, really good times. And this is what it sounds like with a drunk guy on it. How do you like the sound of that? Cops are cracking down on drunk motorcycle riders. If you ride drunk, you will get caught and you will get arrested. Drunk riding. Over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
Proper tree care is an investment that can lead to substantial returns and increased personal enjoyment. Hiring a certified arborist can help care for your trees and add considerable value to your property. Inspections by Ohio ISA certified arborists can often find and mitigate tree defects before they fail. Only professionals with specialized knowledge and training are properly equipped to provide appropriate care. To find an arborist, visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org. Active Liver is the easy way to get a daily detox to keep you healthy and feeling your best. Find Active Liver at your local CVS or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Scattered showers, windy and cloudy on this Wednesday. Temperatures holding in the mid-60s. Overnight will fall back down to around 50 degrees, mainly cloudy skies and a breezy Thursday morning. More clouds, more showers, and more wind, and cooler on Thursday with highs only in the mid to upper 50s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
A show with copious amounts of fart sounds. Emphasis on copious.
Oh no, I got a fart, but I don't know which way to lean.
This is Man and Timmy.
You know, man, Ryan Baker saw us earlier today, and he had just done one of his updates. The Columbus Clippers had one of their business at the park daytime games. They beat up on the Iowa Cubs 14-5. But a little statistical anomaly in the bottom of the third. The Clippers sent out 5 2-run dingers to get those 10 runs. 5 2-run homers
in one
the
inning?
Same inning in the bottom of the third.
5 2-run homers.
What a good time if you're out there enjoying that.
I've never heard of anything like that before.
Having some dogs and a beer, like playing hooky from work. You can't go back to work, can you? If you go and enjoy one of those afternoon games.
Who's going back to work?
That would be awful to go back.
The only idiot going back to work is Tyvis Powell. He worked this morning 6 to 9 and then popped back in here.
He's a good, clean boy. He had a spot to cut, and he was even rewriting his spot.
You know who else is a good, clean boy? Fish, our boss. We were talking about Pop-Tarts earlier. I got a hankering for a frosted strawberry Pop-Tart. He walks in. He hands me some Pop-Tarts. I just polished them both off. Fantastic.
And he hands me a Pop-Tart, and because apparently I did not say s'mores the correct way.
What do you mean apparently? You didn't. You said s'mores.
I said s'mores.
Like you're 4.
And that's how he wrote it. He put a little special label on one of my favorite flavors of Pop-Tarts on there. S'mores is the way that he wrote it there. It's delicious.
I spent a week with her one night.
Yeah, you did.
S'mores.
Yes,
right,
you
Teddy?
did.
Yes.
Mess you up, man.
How you doing, Ted?
Doing good, Mike.
I have a story to tell you here. Full disclosure, it's disgusting. Okay. Just want to warn everybody.
What else is new?
This is a new level of disgusting. And
oh, God.
I just hate certain types of dudes. I really do. Because I think these types of dudes that I'm about to talk about here are just the complete downfall of society. Rob Gronkowski was on the Bussin' with the Boys podcast, which is Taylor Lewan and who else?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
All right, some other meathead.
Yeah.
It's on that show.
Former football players.
They asked him about the rumor that Aaron Hernandez, convicted murderer, teammate of Rob Gronkowski on the Patriots, now dead Aaron Hernandez. The rumor was he used to gratify himself during team meetings. He used to, as we say on the show, go to Boston Market.
Head to the Boston Market.
During team meetings. And Gronkowski said, possibly. That's a possibility, that one. And he was laughing when he said it. He said, I may or may not have seen it live.
God.
I'm not going to confirm nor deny, but I love crazy blank, though. I didn't mind things like that. I was like, wow, that's pretty epic. I was a wild man myself. Nothing fazed me. I encouraged it.
What? Come on.
Hey, we're just having a nice little laugh here about the convicted murderer. Well, I'm sure it's some sort of brain damage or something. Listen, this is not the first time we've heard of something like this. The rumor was that, Teddy, your guy, Charles Haley, when he was with the Cowboys, he also used to just whip it out and go to town. As much as I admire you, Timmy, and I have a sick sense of humor, you'd admit that, right?
Yes, I think we both do, but I think there are even lines with that.
You and I had a meeting today with Teddy and Fish and a little weekly how you doing meeting. If at any time I looked over at that meeting and you had whipped out little Timmy, stop. I don't think we could be friends anymore. I wouldn't certainly say, man, some freaky stuff. Do it again. There's something wrong with you, Rob Gronkowski.
Of course there is.
What's the matter with these people?
All you got to do is pop on that Tom Brady roast. And that is, it's a crazy roast. Just leave it at that. Like, it's about as out there as anyone that's been done. But Gronk during that is crazier and more different than even crazy Gronk that I know in every story that's already out there. This, encouraging it, saying, wow, that was epic.
He was asked
I
about,
encouraged it.
that he was asked about that show on FX and the Netflix show.
I haven't seen it. The drama, right?
Detailed how, nutty Aaron Hernandez was.
That's all FX is doing these days.
Let him live. Gronk said there was a lot of craziness, which he didn't mind, although I didn't see it going to the level it went to. So you're telling me it never crossed your mind that a guy who was sick enough to whip it out during a team meeting and sand the banister could be capable of some other really heinous things? Get out of town.
I mean,
you guys are all screwed up in the head.
What should be a proper? I mean, what are you supposed to do when I don't even know what to do. I wouldn't know what to say.
This happened to me one time.
What do you mean this happened to you one time?
This exact scenario.
This did not happen to you one time.
It happened to me one time. Back when I was growing up.
Back when what?
Back when I was banging. Childhood friend was, I don't know what the correct term is. I've known him since I was 2 years old. We used to call it, Louis was slow. He was mentally handicapped in a certain way.
Okay.
To the point where he's an adult now and doesn't live by himself. He still lives with his parents.
Okay.
Who are old. But he's not able to live by himself.
Yes.
So he was in school with us, but he would go to special classes. He was still one of my best friends. Okay, we grew up together on the same block. It was me, it was Louis, it was this kid named Johnny. Our parents were all friends. We were friends.
You and Louis and Johnny.
So Johnny was 2 years older than me. Louis was a year older than me. And then there's me. Johnny had found a pornographic movie on VHS.
Okay, whatever.
That we had, we've never experienced anything like that before.
It happens.
So
there's a point in time where it happens.
We're going to watch it together in Louis' basement.
This is a bad idea.
Okay.
This is, why does anyone think it's a good idea to dip into that pool and watch with people?
I'm probably, because you're 13 years old.
If
you don't watch with people, then you don't watch,
you feel weird about it. It's just.
It wasn't like it is today, Timmy, where you just take out your phone or your pad and just naked people are right there at your beck and call.
You had to work for it.
You did have to work for it.
You had to manipulate people. You had to cheat the system to find it.
And so the way we're in Louis' basement. It's me and Johnny sitting next to each other. And then Louis is behind us.
I can't imagine what Louis is doing.
We're sitting on the floor, and Louis behind us on the couch. So this movie starts, and
it's a movie.
This film starts. We're into it for maybe a couple minutes. Just sort of like, oh my God, oh look at that! Hey! Just doing.
Boy, it just goes right in, huh? It just jumps right. Jumps right into the content.
You're a kid,
huh?
and you're
stories.
You don't know what to do. Sometimes, like during a scary movie, you laugh because that's your natural reaction.
Yeah.
Right. So you just start laughing at this stuff, like, oh my God, what are they doing? Ah! Out of the corner of my eye, just like the cardboard waving cutout of Dom Taberi that I see right now, I saw Louis. And he was
going to the market.
He was really put together. He was just, and both of us saw it at the same time, and we jumped up and said, "You can't do that in front of people. Put it away." Once he was corrected on that behavior, we didn't have any more issues.
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was fine.
We instructed him.
He didn't know.
That's perfectly fine to do. You're a growing boy.
You got to do it in a room with a lock on the door.
Exactly. Not with your friends in the same room.
Can't be done.
But meanwhile,
we're in a society.
Aaron Hernandez, as an adult, does that at his place of business, and you got Gronk on the other side of the room
excited about it.
Yeah, finish!
Oh, my God.
You got to tell Louis to put his pee-pee away.
And they're all I didn't hear this podcast clip. They're laughing and having a good time telling the stories.
A bunch of meatheads.
Jeez.
Absolutely. Just builds character. That's why kids get involved in youth sports, to watch other kids jerking around each other.
That's what Dad used to tell us when a game didn't go our way. Or when we had too many chores to do on Saturday.
Dad, I went over to Aaron's house today, and he whipped it out in front of me and made me watch. That's fine, son. It's going to serve you well when you get to a job one day, and you go in the break room, and crazy Sue's going to be in there. I don't know why
Crazy Sue? I believe it's Sue's.
And she's knuckle deep. What are you going to do then?
Oh, stop. Jeez. How you doing, Ted? I'm doing good, Mike.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer. Bunch of sick F's. Name drop. He would never do that.
He's a good, clean man.
In front of Danny Gare. Just drop it. Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer's next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 10-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between I-70 and 11th Avenue. And you're going to hit a 15-minute slowdown on eastbound 70 on the east side from Livingston Avenue to Bryce Road. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Guys, don't waste your time and money with low-quality online TRT that charges you over $100 just to start. Visit our TRT experts at Low T Center today for a free consultation and free test. Treatment is personalized to your body, and most major insurance is accepted. With the freedom to choose if you want in-center care or at-home treatment, you're in control of your health. Looking to lose weight? Get a free B12 shot when you start prescription treatment. Offer is limited, so book now at fixmylowt.com. fixmylowt.com.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here to help keep you on the road so you can soak up all the summer fun. The road tunes.
Take me out to the ball game.
Hotel pools. Emergency ice cream stops. The sunscreen and bug spray everywhere. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here for it all. So stop in for a quick oil change before you go. Only takes about 15 minutes. No appointment needed.
Hey, Columbus, Jeff Rimmer here, back in Columbus for a little hockey and to visit my good friends at Buyers Volkswagen. Whether you want to buy, sell, or service your next Volkswagen, Buyers has all the options. Browse their entire inventory online at columbusvw.com or visit one of their friendly Volkswagen brand specialists. Or for more personal touch and exceptional experience, it's awaiting for you right there at Buyers. Come see why it's better to buy at Buyers Volkswagen. They're by the airport.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Broadcasting live from Shady Acres Retirement Village. It's Name Dropping with Jeff Rimmer.
Sponsored by Buyers Imports, Hamilton Road by the airport.
Oh, God. The legendary voice of your Columbus Blue Jackets, Jeff Rimmer, joins us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Hello, Rims.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Were you listening to the last segment, Rims, by any chance?
I hope not, Jeff.
No, I was not.
Oh, okay.
I was not. I've been busy today, working on the book and working on our trip to Europe here in 3 weeks.
Where are you going, Rims?
Well, we're going to start in Barcelona.
Beautiful.
And, to get the name dropping here off the top, I'm hoping to meet Eva Longoria because she's continuing this series on Barcelona and Spain. So that's my goal, is to meet her because I think we'll get along.
Still married to Tony Parker, Eva Longoria, the basketball star?
Yeah, I believe she is.
Until
but
she sees Rims.
That's right. I'm not going to have that stop me. I just think she's a beautiful woman, and she's got a great personality, and she's a great movie star, and I just like to meet her.
Mm-hmm.
You know
what I'd like
working on the book, so.
You talk about you're writing a book. When you say you're working on the book, are you actually working on the book, or are you just working on the treatment for the book to sell to a publisher?
Well, we are in conversations with a publisher now. Now we're putting, the publisher is going to want, if this individual publisher is going to take the assignment of writing the Rimmer book, we've got to have it ready.
Now, is this a publisher that we've heard of before, Rims, or is this like, Moose Jaw Press or something?
No,
they could be big north of the border.
No, it's not Moose Jaw Press. It's a reputable company, publisher that people will be very aware of.
All right, East Finals started up last night. I have said this. I'm in complete awe of this Florida Panther team. I love the way that they play. Game 5 and Game 7 in Toronto was like a prison movie. It was men playing with boys. You, of course, a Toronto guy, you know the history of that franchise. How gutting was that? Those two performances, Game 5 and Game 7.
Gut-wrenching for Toronto Maple Leaf fans. And by the way, they haven't won the Cup since 1967. Everybody knows that. But that was the year that I moved from Toronto to Calgary. Walked into homeroom in the 10th grade, and there was my great buddy, John Davidson. And that's how our friendship started. But anyway, I digress here. That was just a clinic. And going to school where the Toronto Maple Leafs were the performance of the Florida Panthers. And I'll say this, and I've talked to a number of people today about the start of the series. I was over at the clubhouse earlier on today, and I believe this edition of the Florida Panthers under Bill Zito, the former Blue Jackets assistant, is even better than last year's Stanley Cup team. And it all starts in goal with Sergei Bobrovsky, who is back to the goalie Bob that we saw at the height of his play in Columbus. But you look at the forwards led by their captain, Barkov. Tkachuk seems much better now than when the playoffs started, coming back from the groin injury picked up in the Four Nations. You look at Reinhart. You look at their blue line, big, physical. And how about Seth Jones? He was lost. I mean lost in Chicago. And what an impact he has had on the Florida blue line. No, this is a team that I think will do away with Carolina as they did last night in short order, and then it's the Stanley Cup final against Dallas or Edmonton, and I think we're in for a great Stanley Cup final.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer. Jeff, let's take it to the Jackets here. I don't know if you saw these comments at the World Championships from our guys Adam Fantilli and Kent Johnson. And it'll lead us to the discussion about our goaltending situation this offseason. They both had really, really good things to say about Elvis, both as a player and as a person. Now, we all saw the product on the ice. We saw what our guy Jet was doing at the end of the season. Take us through where things stand right now.
Well, right now it's status quo. Nothing has changed. And it's nice to hear both Kent Johnson and Adam Fantilli come out and support their goaltending from last year, and in particular Elvis Merzlikins. But what are they going to say? They're not going to get into the middle of the situation. The fact of the matter is Elvis, as much as he was better last season, still must be better. If he comes back next year as a Blue Jackets goaltender, he's got to improve on even last year's performance. He's got to be more consistent, and he's got to try to stay healthy. And that means working out throughout the summer here and going to camp in the best possible shape, if, in fact, he's a Blue Jacket when training camp starts in September. Plain and simple, he's got to be better.
He's not going to be there. You know
I'm not saying that he is. I'm not saying that he isn't. I don't believe, as some have suggested, he's going to be bought out. I don't believe that's the case. Of course, we could find out relatively quick if that is the case, although I do not believe it, because after the Stanley Cup final, there's a window for buying out players, and I don't suspect that'll be the case. I think there's a better chance if the Jackets can make a trade, if they want to make a trade, that'll happen maybe before the draft, at the draft, or sometime in July.
Yeah, Jeff, I got Elvis at 48th in the NHL in goals against. 48th out of 52 qualified goaltenders.
Again, he needs to improve. The bottom line is it's not just the goaltending. He's got to make the big save at the crucial time. We saw that late in the season from Jet Graves. But the fact of the matter is, it's also the players in front. They've got to do their job. And as well as Sergei Bobrovsky is playing, you look collectively at that Florida defense, and with Ekblad and Seth Jones, Schmidt, big physical defenseman. You go right down that list of the 6 starting defensemen for Florida here, and they have been impressive. Absolutely.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer, brought to you by Rimmer's Buddies, Buyers Imports by the Airport. You want to talk about your friends, Rims?
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Kevin earlier on today, and he tells me there is a great selection of new and pre-owned automobiles right now at Buyers Imports by the Airport. if you're looking for a new Audi, Porsche, if you're looking for a Subaru with a great selection of colors and options available right now, there's the Volkswagen and Mike's favorite, the Polestar, all available for immediate delivery. And if you're looking for perhaps for something pre-owned at Buyers Imports by the airport, check out the collection. And let's not forget, over 100 factory-trained technicians ready and able to take care of your needs as far as service for your car at Buyers Imports by the airport.
West Finals start up tonight. Stars, Oilers, who do you like?
Well, when you say like, I'll tell you exactly who I like. I want Edmonton to win. And I'd love to see Connor McDavid, after losing Game 7 in Florida last year, I'd love to see him get a chance to hoist the cup. He deserves it. Leon Draisaitl, they've got the best 1-2 punch. But I will say this, I give the edge in goal to Dallas with Ottinger over Skinner. And I think there might be a case to build for the Dallas Stars to be a little deeper than what Edmonton is. But it's going to be a whale of a series. It'll be close. It'll go 6 or 7 games. I'm hoping to see Edmonton win. And after all, I spent 5 great years there in Edmonton as a sportscaster, following both the World Hockey Association and the Canadian Football League. So, yeah, I'm hoping Edmonton wins.
All right, let's do some name dropping, Rims. You brought up Eva Longoria earlier, but that's not someone you know. That's just a hot woman you see on TV.
If you see Tony Parker with her, that's bad because they were divorced in 2011. So Tony shouldn't be there.
I'm not up on that kind of stuff. I'm only up on the fact that we're going to Barcelona for a couple of days before we get on a cruise. I just wanted to find out a little bit about the area, what it's like. Great wineries, I understand. In fact, I called a company today to get some exclusive tours. So, yeah, I've been pretty busy today. As far as name dropping, haven't been around anybody this week. I've been working here in the hot 105 heat index degrees here in Florida, and kind of staying indoors, except for walking your yapper dogs, as you like to refer to them. That's it.
Well, they're your yapper dogs. How they doing, by the way? Good?
They're doing great. They're quiet. The week that you were away, and with a well-deserved vacation, I might add, they were pretty loud. And
well, I like how you do that trick sometimes. You put the sausage in between your butt cheeks, and then they all fight for it.
Next question.
Rims, have a good trip. We'll talk to you next week.
What do you mean? Wait. Have a good trip. It's still 3.5 weeks away.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm making arrangements here to make sure that there's a cell tower on the ship so we can talk and converse about what's going on.
Oh, God.
How about that?
Oh, that has got international incident written all over it. Thank you, Rims.
6 hours ahead at least.
That's okay. That'll be fine.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer. I got to hang up on him or it's never going to end.
I love that the Queen just dumped Jeff Rimmer.
Bye-bye, Rims.
See you later now.
See you in Barcelona.
Name dropping with Jeff Rimmer on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Back page coming up. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 20-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the left lane on southbound 270 on the west outer belt between Cemetery Road and Roberts Road. And you're going to hit a 10-minute delay on northbound 315 between I-70 and North Broadway. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority. Want a man cave, playroom, or guest space in your basement? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the basement finishing experts. Book your free inspection today at ohiobasementauthority.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, you're the Carfax guy.
The Carfox from Carfax.
Wow.
And you, sir, work at Tire Discounters.
I sure do.
The Carfax top-rated service center.
Oh, right. You know, a lot of that's because of our services. But people think we're just about tires.
Maybe it's your name.
Yeah?
Tire Discounters. And your jingle.
Oh, you like it?
I think it needs something.
Yeah? Like what?
Hit it. Plus brakes, oil changes, shocks, and struts, and more. Now that speaks to me.
Stanley spent his life in the saddle, wrangling whatever life threw at him. But nothing prepared him for the fight against low T and ED. Shane practically hunched him over. Bonbon pills just gave him a headache. He begged for a lifeline.
Well, maybe it's over.
Columbus Men's Clinic said no. Medical conditions, old age, there's hope. This is about real treatments. Science, not one-size-fits-all guesswork. Columbus Men's Clinic was designed for men who hate going to the doctor. Personalized plans, cutting-edge treatments, overseen by an actual medical provider that takes the time to listen. With low T and ED treatments others only dream about, we fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Because every second you wait, your condition could worsen. Act now. Don't let time slip away. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is only $99, including blood work. And you know your T level before you leave. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of my favorite things, Wilson, is the look on people's faces when they see the end price for Pella windows.
Yeah, I'm always hearing, does it look like I'm wearing my money britches?
More like, I can't believe we get the Pella look and quality at these prices.
Oh, you went the other way with that. You're hearing good things. Oh, this is awkward.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And now through May 31st, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now with Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down per $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
Two men. One is very white, fat, and bald. The other is not very white at all. Delightfully husky and getting bald. They have a radio show. It's good. T-Bone and Tyvis.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9.
The Fan.
This Memorial Day, honor the season with big savings at Ohio Mulch. For a limited time, get 5 bags of mulch or soil for just $10.95. Perfect for making your yard look the best for summer gatherings. And here's a star-spangled bonus. Save $40 on home delivery when you order now. Celebrate Memorial Day and beautify your home with help from Ohio Mulch. Visit ohiomulch.com or stop by your local store today.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, cleaner, greener, better.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could dump all your problems on someone else's back? Well, when you wake up to a clogged drain or a plumbing issue, make that Mr. Rooter's problem.
Call 855-MISTERS today or MrRooter.com.
Call Mr. Rooter, he'll be there quick.
The Roofing Guys are your locally owned, trusted family business right here in Central Ohio. They've been hammering quality and service through the roof for over 25 years, offering professional services in roofing, siding, gutters, and more. Contact them at theroofingguys.com. That's theroofingguys.com.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
I feel like we accomplished a lot on today's show.
I agree with that. We did. We did Pop-Tarts. We did toaster strudels, orange cinnamon roll discussion. I'm apparently crazy for enjoying them. My one friend just told me he's not going to be friends with me anymore because I like the orange cinnamon rolls. He says, I'm so embarrassed, I'm not going to tell anyone I know you. I said, I guess we're even then.
We also discovered that it's quite normal among NFL players to just whip it out at the team facility and gratify yourself.
Take it out. Just take it out.
Whip it out.
Whip it out? Just right there in front of everybody?
Whip it out.
No way.
Teddy?
Whip it good.
Devo.
Yeah, no. I am Devo. You can whip it.
What is going on here?
I don't know.
I don't know, Craig.
I don't know.
Hey, Teddy, how the hell did your team You're riding high off your sweep of the Guardians this week. You wind up in Pittsburgh. You miss Paul Skeens. He's not on the rotation schedule for the Pirates.
Missed him all 3 games.
We got it made. And you lose the series to these bums. What's the matter with you?
They just, like Jason Stark mentioned the other day, he's like, you can't figure this team out because one day they score, 7, 8 runs, sometimes 10 runs, and then the next 3 days they score 0 or 1 run. Yeah.
Or that.
That
run.
too.
Ah! Whip it good.
Carlos Baerga.
So you've made Teddy lose his mind. You've been on this show for a week and a half. He's gone loco over there.
I thought that was great.
He's loco Teddy.
That's the best. That's the wackiest Ted we've ever seen.
It's the Reds. They're doing it to me.
The Reds and
I
Devo.
can't take it.
Devo's an Ohio band, right?
Cleveland, right?
I think they are Clevelanders.
Go ahead,
did
Timmy.
a lot of stuff on Yo Gabba Gabba.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Crack that whip.
Ryan Day's bullwhip.
Give the pass a slip. Yeah. Give the pass a slip.
Oh, talking heads, right, Timmy?
Devo.
That's what you would say.
Yeah, just like the Talking Heads used to say.
Whip it good,
baby. You ever had a good whip it? Take it easy like Steve Miller Band.
No, that's not right.
Like Smokey Robinson said, we're going to all do it all night long.
That's
Smokey's got some problems.
Smokey Joe. No, who did? I got nothing.
The Back Page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Ty Cobb wanted to play, but none of us could stand the son of a bitch when we were alive, so we told him to stick it. Well, this story caught me. So apparently Ashton Genty, new running back for the Oakland Raiders or the Las Vegas Raiders. They haven't played there in like 10 years. He has become famous for the stance that he has. People have known this for a while that watched him and enjoyed him at Boise State. Standout year there, over 2,600 yards. He just has this upright, taut Michael Myers stance. And
he's not squatting.
He's not in a, you gotta get down, with your dad, your coaches, Little League Baseball, youth basketball. You gotta get in a stance, boom, ready to go. Bam, ready to get over here. He's not in a good stance. So Chip Kelly, he's out there now. He's the one that's trying to break this habit for Ashton Genty. And I think this is sort of one of those things where you got to do what the coach tells you to do because this is going to help you succeed as a young running back in the league.
I understand that
You've got to be in an athletic position ready to go. And he was talking on the Up and Adams show with Kay Adams. He said, sometimes you have to, go with the flow. Genty said Kelly asked him if he ever played basketball. And I'm like, yeah, I play basketball. I can dunk and all that. I'm sure you can, Ashton. He's like, okay, show me how you would guard me. And he's acting like he's holding the ball. He demonstrated the stance with Adams and said Kelly told him that's exactly why you have to be down in your running back stance. And he said Kelly won for now, but he's going to try to go back to the upright.
I'm not saying that Chip Kelly's wrong. I'm not saying that any football coach is wrong for wanting Ashton Genty to be in a more traditional running back stance. But you did draft this guy based on his body of work. See, to me, that's like, I drafted Craig Counsell. But you know what? I don't like that batting stance. We need a more traditional batting stance. Well, this is my stance. This is why I'm successful. I know, but that's not going to be successful at this level.
Jeff Bagwell, why you crouched down so much? Why don't you get up like you're ready to go? Cal Ripken, why do you keep rubbing the bat on your right shoulder before you get it up and ready to swing? Stop doing that.
I just think that's a little... Hey, we drafted you. We really like you. Hey, change everything you do. Thanks.
I mean, he was pretty good doing it at Boise State. It's not like...
Maybe just let him do it until you realize it's not working and then try and break him of the habit.
Because I can also understand why, you are in that position. I would understand how defenses would just all the time be a little bit unfamiliar with that or thrown off. Like, you're not really expecting Ashton Genty to pop up the A gap when he's standing like that back there. But if he is able to snap into gear, get the proper momentum, and then get into running position, it's all about what is his pad level and what is he like when he's running the football. That's the main thing, right? So there's that. Joe Burrow had a lot of conversations going on the last couple days. He spoke to the media, and tons of stories are coming out from his comments. He apparently is upset that they're going to have to play another primetime game on the road in Baltimore. Playing in Baltimore for the 4th straight primetime year isn't ideal. Maybe we can get one of those in Cincinnati next year, please. They've actually played a ton of primetime games on the road here recently, and they won a good chunk of them last year. So Zach Taylor was looking at the idea of playing on Thanksgiving night in a standalone game with the whole team watching, with the whole world watching, sitting on their couch saying that that's really exciting. It's why you're in this business. So they got the Thanksgiving game. That's going to be fun to look forward to. And Joe Burrow is also pining for Trey Hendrickson to get his money.
I know.
He made comments now, so
everybody gets their money.
We'll see.
I mean, we are dealing with a salary cap and issues that come with that, and the fact that Trey Hendrickson is on the other side of 30.
Yeah, just because Joe Burrow says he should get his market value doesn't mean the team can go out and do that, but maybe it just sort of creates something. I don't know.
Something.
When the problem comes along, you can whip it. When something's going wrong, you must whip it.
Buckeye Show is coming up next. We've been canceled. There's no more show. But if we get brought back from the dead, it'll be tomorrow. So go home and, like Aaron Hernandez used to do, whip it good.
No.
Whip it good.
Listen to Devo.
Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 30-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on southbound 270 on the east outer belt between East Broad Street and Main Street. We also have an accident that's causing delay on westbound 70 downtown near Livingston Avenue. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Get oil changes that are pit stop fast. Take 5 Oil Change gets you in and out in 10 minutes and is teaming up with the movie F1 starring Brad Pitt. Book ahead or drive in and catch all the speed in action only in theaters June 27th. This film is not yet rated. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward here, and tell me if this sounds familiar. Over the weekend, you went into your closet trying on shorts from last year. They were all too tight. So you searched deeper in the closet, looking through shorts you stashed away from thinner years. Maybe a big pair had gotten lost in the mix. No luck. Well, I'm here to tell you, don't buy bigger shorts. Instead, do what I did and fit into the ones from last year in just a few weeks with Awaken 180 weight loss. Heck, you'll be wearing your thin shorts again just a few weeks after that. How do I know? Because I'm still wearing my thin Austin shorts again this summer. I've kept my 50 pounds off thanks to Awaken 180's free maintenance support for life. Say it with me. I won't buy bigger shorts. Make that pledge, then call Awaken 180 and make the most out of this summer and every summer after. Awaken 180, your long-term solution for weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or head online at awaken180weightloss.com. You won't regret it.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. A lot of dealerships not stocking much inventory right now because of reasons. But at Jermaine Lexus, they have new inventory arriving every day. Get what you want when you want it. Lease the all-new NX350 for as low as $389 per month. How about rates as low as 3.99% up to 48 months and 4.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, jermainelexus.com.
Hiring today for tomorrow with WM.
A stable career and a safe environment. That's what you get as a heavy-duty mechanic at WM.
Plus great benefits like 100% tuition coverage for you and your family.
WM is now hiring heavy-duty mechanics in Columbus. Get boot and tool allowance and additional pay with a Cummins certification or CDL license.
There are openings for CDL truck drivers too with home daily routes.
Apply online at careers.wm.com. That's careers.wm.com.
A people-first, military-friendly, equal opportunity employer.
Many drugs, like cocaine, methamphetamine, and non-prescription pills, are often cut with dangerous opioids like fentanyl. As a result, nearly 14 Ohioans die daily from unintentional overdoses. That's why it's important to carry naloxone, such as Narcan, a life-saving medication that blocks the effects of fentanyl and other opioids. Over the last 5 years, naloxone has saved over 83,000 lives. Help save lives and visit naloxone.ohio.gov to learn more and find free naloxone. Remember, if you see an overdose occurring, always call 911.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Common Man here. Get 50% off your windows plus no interest and no payments for 12 months and a free entry door with purchase. Restrictions apply. Give them a call, 614-502-5220. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
If your garage door is moodier than your emo teenager after a breakup, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Are you experiencing knee pain? Is something as simple as walking up and down the stairs painful? Well, I found the answer to your pain. Hey, it's Tyvis Powell. What Columbus Medical Director Dr. Aaron Walkoff and his team are doing is nothing short of remarkable. They are using regenerative cell therapy to restore the tissue in your achy joints. These are biologic growth factors with robust healing properties carefully and strategically placed in your joints. It's a powerful and potent way to give your joints new life, repairing old tissues. Best part with QC Kinetics, there are no drugs, there's no surgeries involved, and there's no downtime. This is an all-natural cellular level option with lasting relief. The patient's satisfaction reports are astonishing. Go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus or call QC Kinetics now and learn about these cutting-edge treatment that can help you live your best life. The consultation is free. New locations in Grove City and Canal Winchester. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.